in the wide, wide world of sports is going on here?
I promise you, whatever scum did this, not one man on this force will rest for 1 minute until he's behind bars. Now let's grab a bite to eat. Yeah, come on.
I feel the hot wind on my shoulder and the touch of a world that is older. I hit the switch and check the number. Leave it on and then I slumber. I hear the rhythm ringing through it. Flamenco guitar and cumbia music. I hear the talking of the DJ. The devil listen, what does he say? I'm on a Mexican radio. I'm on a Mexican radio. Yeah!
Broadcasting live from high atop the J.P. White Building in downtown Roswell, New Mexico. It's Mornings with Mike Winters on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM.
Is that what I sound like when I talk?
Now, here's your host, Mike Winters.
And good morning, one and all. Welcome to Mornings with Mike Winters. I am he. That would be me, Mike Winters. Happy middle of the week, everybody.
Yeah.
Welcome to Wednesday.
Happy Wednesday.
Yeah. Not going to be, now it's the beginning of the bad weather today. Like tonight, really. I mean, it's going to be in the 50s today.
Yeah.
But tonight, there's like the 20% chance of snow. Don't wait up for it. It's like after 2 in the morning. But
It'll come when you're at least sweep in like a thief in the night.
But don't get too excited. They're not talking accumulations or nothing. So I think it'd just be flurries and whatnot. But
in the still of the night, there's a snowflake falling. Still of the night, still of the night, still of the night.
when you do that, it reminds me of one of those that are stuck in my head.
Oh, yeah?
Whenever I see commercials, particularly around Christmas, obviously, for the River of Lights in Albuquerque,
Right.
all I can think of, it's a river of lights. River of lights. That's all I can think of when I hear.
Well played.
That's what's stuck in my head. Every time I hear river, like the news, I guess they were doing some story about the River of Lights of the week, and I kept hearing it. And about 30 times, I'm in the river. Every time, it would go in my head every time.
There's a lot of those that pop up in just like in random real life situations.
Yeah.
Like I was walking through the grocery store. This is a few weeks ago. And somebody walked up and started pouring some sugar on me. It was weird. I didn't really know how to react. I just sort of like called security.
But then he was down the other
Turned
aisle.
and ran away.
He was walking down the other aisle over by the condiments and stuff, and someone tapped him on the shoulder, said, "Hey, pass the Dutchie to the left-hand side."
I was looking. I couldn't find the Dutchie. It was really upsetting, actually.
That's right.
Your taco bum.
Let me give you the rundown today for today's show. For this hour, John from Oasis Computers will join us for his monthly visit. I'm not sure if he's here yet or not, but he'll join us, and we'll...
You pointed at the door. That's why I looked.
Oh, well, you kind of looked like, I see if there's someone there. So I kind of, what's over there?
You motioned. Don't you understand? I'm like a Doberman at heart. I'm like, what? Someone at the door?
I motion, and I don't even know why I do it. I'm on the radio. It's just habit.
It's the when the cameras are in here, I get in my mind that everyone's watching.
Yeah. Or no one's watching.
Or no one's watching. Yeah. Grace is watching. Grace.
It's the Schrodinger's cat.
Just don't crack open the numbers and prove it wrong.
Exactly. Then in the 8 o'clock hour, about 8:15 or so, we're going to have the folks from American Legion Post 61 join us. We got a couple of things to talk about, a couple upcoming events, a couple of things that they're seeing out in the public for pertaining to veterans. Want to get that information out to folks there. And then in the 9 o'clock hour, we're going to have Joe join us from the Roswell Elks here. And they've got an event coming up this weekend. Ooh. Speaking of songs, hey, Joe, what you got going on at the Elks Lodge this weekend?
I'm impressed at their ability to hold off on calling themselves the Roswelks.
Oh.
Yeah. It flows so well.
Well, you could bring that up. In the
I feel like I should now.
Now, they got an event, and to be honest, I'm not entirely sure we're gonna have to get some splaining from Joe. But I noticed on their Facebook page the 22nd this weekend they got an event called the Mortgage Burning Ceremony and Tiger Dedication.
Oh wow!
Mortgage burning dedication and tribute to Ray Tiger Green ceremony. I guess it'll be a.
Is it like a retiring, like when they burn flags?
I don't know.
I wonder if you guys can retire my mortgage, please.
The ceremony starts at 4, and then they have a special dinner and silent auction and dance afterwards. There you go. Hey Joe, what's going on at the outside this weekend? Hey Joe. What's going on at the outside this weekend?
Oh, that's awesome.
Oh, that's good. Man, see all that from that? You just heard the one thing and turned into that.
This is what happens when we work on the radio, folks. You take little snippets of like life and you just pepper it in.
My whole brain is a series of those. So we'll have the folks from the Elks Lodge, Joe from the Elks Lodge in the 9 o'clock hour. Plus, we'll have all of your normal features that include the news of the local and national variety, town hall business updates, Chaves County sports updates, all that good stuff. So that's what's on tap.
Excellent. I got to share a little bit of love.
Yeah.
We went out as a group last night. Myself, my bestie Misty, and the girlfriend, and the kids, Jazz, and the boys came with, and everybody played laser tag.
Awesome.
I did not. I went over to, I got to get the love to place, Area 52 here in Roswell, which, by the way, if you haven't checked out yet, that place is phenomenal.
Barrel o' fun.
It's a weird location, but once you like get in, it's like an oasis in that little spot because it's everything's state of the art. I mean, it's top of the line stuff. The
VR and then your laser tag and then arcade.
Plenty of room. Yeah, because I had the kids. I didn't get a chance to go play the laser tag. Jazz and the boys played along with Misty and Will and everybody. I was kind of hanging out with the kids in the arcade, and I was thinking, okay, we're gonna run out of stuff to do. Oh no, because there's an inside and an outside. Yeah. They have cornhole. They have like table games. They got a bunch of arcade stuff. We played air hockey, and by the way, air hockey's only 50 cents. That's like unheard of. These days.
1/4 per player.
Yeah, exactly.
We need to do the whole.
We were throwing it up on the. I got next. Yeah, exactly. So it's a cool place, and so I told him I'd give him some love today. So yeah, go check them out. Area 52. It's area52roswell.com, I believe.
Like they do, like if you want to do like birthday parties and all that kind of stuff out there. Cause I'm thinking even if I'm an adult, I guess. I mean, I'm thinking if I'm a kid, want to do a party with my friends, that's where I'm going.
And what we're trying to do is it's 20 people total is the max number that can play laser tag. Okay. So we're actually trying to max out a session. We want to get a
10 on 10.
Yeah, 10 on 10 session. Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah, and I'm actually kind of glad I didn't play last night because I'm reminded that all of my friends are like top quality marksmen, and I'm also dating a veteran, so I would stand no chance.
So it's probably a good reason you're in the arcade with the youngins.
I actually feel like I stand a chance. I could just be waiting for her after she gets home from war.
and they probably have new games, so it's not like you can't go in there and be like, oh, Centipede, I got this one. You're all going down, little ones.
Yeah.
But, it's more modern stuff.
Yeah, they have a couple of, it's mostly like the interactive games. They have like the punching bag. It measures your strength or whatever.
Okay.
They have a basketball game. They have air hockey, a bunch of table games, cornhole in the back, which sounds like a euphemism, but I swear it's not.
It's regulation.
I swear. As it was coming out of my mouth, I'm like, you're going to have to bite your lips, not laugh at this one.
All right. Send that little
Liquor
ditty
in the
off
front,
to the
cornhole in the back.
Send that little ditty off to the Big Johnson T-shirt company.
I know that I belong like in morning radio because as the words cornhole in the back came out of my mouth, it made me happy. Like I felt my heart jump a little bit.
Yeah.
Like, you're where you belong.
Well, it's just two words, corn and hole. But when you put them together, it sounds funny.
It really does. Jay and Silent Bob comes to mind.
I think I play cornhole annually. It seems like right around Christmas every year I end up playing cornhole.
Yeah.
Like this past year, cornhole. Year before that, cornhole.
Did cornhole just come out of friggin' nowhere? Because all of a sudden, like 5 years ago, everybody was like, oh yeah, I play cornhole. like they've been doing it for years, but nobody talked about it until like 4 or 5 years ago.
I think a lot of folks were horseshoe players, but then you got spike the stakes in. The horseshoes are heavier, and I guess they deem cornhole.
It's the new horseshoes.
Because it's kind of the same thing.
It is. Mean, it's light. It's light horseshoes.
Yeah, exactly.
It's
probably a lot cheaper than horseshoes. I don't know what the price of horseshoes are going for nowadays.
Like it just makes me chuckle because I'm like, there was a time when bocce ball was like the top backyard game that everybody was talking about.
It still is in senior circles.
Yeah, that's
like
what I'm saying.
Bocce ball's like competitive.
So you do understand that in like 20, 30 years, senior centers all around this country are going to be filled with cornhole pits.
That's cool.
Yeah, because they're going to get rid of like horseshoes, they're going to get rid of bocce ball and stuff like that, and everybody's going to play cornhole because that's what this is this generation's bocce ball.
With your custom boards.
That's right.
That's right.
And it wasn't Eugene Levy, was it? No, it wasn't. In the movie Splash, it screams out, bocce balls! Still one of my favorite lines in any movie.
I gotta watch it.
Somebody's just going to scream out, cornhole!
And I will wait with bated breath.
That was a big expletive in my family growing up. Was if my mom was upset, she would just go bocce balls. Like she would use that when she was angry.
That's when you knew things were really bad around the house. Uh-oh, she said bocce ball. We're out.
We're in trouble.
All right, it is 7:16. Let's get the official weather. Even though I just told you what it was, but this is official because Steve's a meteorologist.
I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton with your Pecos Valley weather. We've got cool temperatures coming up today with our high staying in the mid-50s, but it should be fair with plenty of sunshine. Overnight, a cold front gets here. We'll drop into the low 20s, and we may pick up a snow shower or two. And then tomorrow, maybe an early snow shower, but turning sunny in the afternoon and colder with our high staying in the upper 30s. A little bit warmer by Friday. That's your latest forecast. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton.
Thank you, Steve. Currently 45 degrees here in Roswell. Humidity is at 54%. Winds currently out of the west at 5 miles per hour. Sunny today. Not as warm as yesterday, but glass half full, not as windy either. Sunny, high of 56 today with winds out of the northwest, 10 to 20 miles per hour. Tonight, they're saying there's a 20% chance of snow after 2 o'clock this morning. Mostly cloudy with an overnight low of 24. Northeast winds at around 10 miles per hour. Thursday, going to be cooler tomorrow. Looking at a 20% chance of snow showers in the morning, like before 11. Partly cloudy for the day, but unfortunately, we're not getting out of the 30s. 38 for a high tomorrow. East winds 5 to 10 miles per hour. Thursday night, mostly clear with an overnight low of 16. South winds at around 5 miles per hour. Friday, sunny, back up in the 50s. Barely, 51 for a high with south winds 5 to 10. Partly cloudy with an overnight low of 24 Friday night. And then looking at the weekend, Saturday, we're looking at a slight chance of snow showers before 11, 20%. Then that changing over to rain later in the day. Partly cloudy, high of 46. And like I said, chance of precip is at 20% on Saturday. Sunday, sunny skies, highs around 53, and then back up around 60 when you head back to it on Monday. All right, it is 18 minutes after 7 o'clock. Let's go ahead and take a 3-minute commercial break. And then on the other side of the break, John from Oasis Computers will join us. Don't go away. You're listening to Mornings with Mike Winters.
March 1st is the day I've been waiting for.
The Super Bowl is in February, honey.
No, on March 1st, we vote Mayor Kintai out of office.
Isn't that the truth? Roswell can do so much better than Kintai.
You think? On his watch, fees went up everywhere. At the adult center, at the zoo, even at the veterans cemetery.
Not to mention the murder rate has more than doubled the past 4 years. And Kintai proposed that $35 million public safety complex with no plan and no land. Thank goodness we rejected that boondoggle.
Well, luckily, Tim Jennings is running for Roswell mayor.
That's right. Tim's the man for the job.
Tim Jennings is a leader. He served Roswell honorably in the state senate and delivered.
He'll keep taxes and fees low and fight crime by putting more officers on the streets.
Mayor Tim Jennings. I like the sound of that.
Honey, I'm putting Vote for Tim on the calendar for March 1st.
It's a date.
Paid for by Tim Jennings for mayor.
Vehicles ain't perfect and they're prone to bust, but you can always take them to a team you trust at Big O. Big O Tires. If your ride is broke, needs a fix, come on down, we'll take care of it quick at Big O. Big O Tires. Whatever the problem will ease your fears, we got experience nearly 60 years at Big O. Big O Tires. You need skilled help? The Santa Mirage is a team of experts in our garage at Big O. Big O Tires.
Right now, come in and save $100 instantly on select sets of 4 tires from Hankook, Toyo, Continental, Nitto, General, Pirelli, Goodyear, and Nexen. Big O Tires, the team you trust. Installation charges extra. Required on all 4 tires. Disposal fees extra and up to 10% shop fee based on non-discounted regular retail price not to exceed $35 where permitted. Not valid with other offers. Valid at participating locations. Expires 1/30/2022.
Ring in the new year with LGS Guns and Ammo. Southeastern New Mexico's authority for guns and ammunition is stocked and loaded for the new year with a fresh new inventory from brands you know and trust like Glock, Smith & Wesson, Mossberg, and more. Take 10% off the already low prices store-wide and 15% off Liberty safes. And the new year is the perfect time to trade in or trade up. Kickstart the new year with a bang at LGS Guns and Ammo. Southeastern New Mexico's authority for guns and ammunition in Hobbs or Roswell and at lgsguns.com.
It's a new year, time for new beginnings, and time to get a new vehicle for your family. Richland Chevy Buick GMC and Richland Dodge Chrysler Jeep both have amazing New Year's deals on both new and pre-owned vehicles. Check out both Richland's lots, where you'll find a huge inventory of certified pre-owned vehicles. Or better yet, customize your new vehicle. Order it today and build the vehicle of your dreams. And with the Richland Brand Champion program, you can ride with confidence knowing you're taken care of long after the sale. Ride for the brand that rides for you. Richland, where service is always job one.
Here's a Mornings with Mike Winters fun fact. The first toilet being flushed in a motion picture was in the movie Psycho. Mike thought it was Gone with the Wind. Here's Mike Winters.
There's a joke there. You just got to think about it for a minute. Good morning. It is 22 minutes after 7 o'clock. Gone with the Wind. During the Civil War time period. Not a lot of flushing toilets, Civil War. There's your joke. Good morning. It's 22 minutes after 7 o'clock. Joining us in studio this morning from Oasis Computers, John is back with us. Morning, John.
Good morning.
How are you doing today?
Doing good. How's everybody?
Doing well, doing well. How's the new year for you? Been
so far, so good.
Good.
No complaints. Just keep it going.
Excellent. Well, for folks that don't know, John joins us each month, once a month, and talks tech with us. If you've never been to Oasis Computers or his business here, of course, he repairs, sells, helps any technology, computers and stuff, but also with networks and things like that too. And if you're looking for accessories to your to do some of your like cutting the cord and things like that, John can give you some advice and help you out with that kind of stuff.
I try to have the stuff that you can't find somewhere else.
Exactly. Yeah. Well, and I don't know. Now, I don't know. When did you come to the United States? Just out of curiosity.
In 1984.
Okay, so you've been around long enough to understand, like, for people our generations here, like if you needed like electronic anything like weird dooflotchies, you just go to Radio Shack because like Radio Shack was on every corner. And they had those weird diodes or weird things in little baskets of stuff in the back corner. And since they've gone out, you don't have a lot of those places like that. But and yours isn't like that either. You just can't walk in through bins of stuff and go. I mean, you have them, but that's not.
We have some of that, not much. The main thing that we do have is some resistors. People keep fixing their car or something. They need resistors. So I got a bunch of those.
Okay. So if
other
you're on the
than
hunt
that,
for those.
on parts, not too much. We don't really repair boards, depending on what's wrong with it.
Sure.
Resoldering a bad connection or something, but not fixing a board or something. So we replace the whole board when we do it.
Well, generally the juice isn't worth the squeeze on boards for the most part, right? If it's shot, it's shot. It's
for
not
me,
worth
no.
fixing.
You got to specialize in something like that. I mean, it would cost way too much if I mess with it.
Well, that's just it. It would cost probably more to fix that one than it is to build a new one outright or get a new one, basically.
And I don't have quite equipment to fix board level repair. I'm not really an electronics guy. I'm a computer guy.
Gotcha.
It makes a difference. And, just like so many things, we're parts replacers, not parts fixers in that sense. Some parts we fix.
Sure. But you're trying to solve a computer problem. Like if the computer's not doing something that's supposed to, you go to fix it.
Yeah, you got memory on board, that is replaceable. You got a hard drive in it. You got a processor in it. So we may determine memory is bad, and we replace the memory.
Your
Something
component,
like that.
replace components. Not. It's kind of like when I was in the military, I was a bomb loader. But part of my job as a bomb loader was to work on the weapon systems in the aircraft. And for those that have spent any time working aircraft or any really cars, anything like, they're very compartmentalized in the way that, they have, like the weapon system, there's like the brains for it. It's a unit. You swap in, swap out. And with that stuff, it's quadruple redundant and everything else. So they got to swap in, swap out times 4. But
in a case like that, I imagine it goes back to the manufacturer, supplier, or a specialized
defense
repair
contractor,
contractor.
But every once in a while, when those components work right, and you can prove that, then you got to figure out what's wrong next. And usually it's wires connecting said components.
Yeah, same thing here.
And that's where it can get into the weeds a little bit.
Yeah.
Because you're really, in essence, you're putting on your Sherlock Holmes hat and your magnifier and going through hand by hand looking for a short or something out of ordinary there. So
yeah, you just got to narrow it down, just till you find the problem. We do solder sometimes. Power jacks on a motherboard.
Okay.
That's something we can do. I've got a really hard time with soldering a HDMI port. There's too many wires in it. I don't have too small of equipment to fix that. We're not quite set up for that.
Speaking of that, because last time we talked to you back in December, we were talking about this new computer company and these laptops. How's that a month later been?
Sold the one that I brought in here.
Okay.
And ordered another one in. Sold it just this week.
So they're going in as quick as they come in. They're going out the door again.
Well, it's not quick, but then, we're not massive sales anyway. But
sure.
Yeah, people were very happy with it. They understood the concept of repairability, that it's easy to take apart, that it's built better, and they were willing to pay a little extra for that.
When you said hard time swapping out HDMI, that's what it reminded me of. I was like, oh, yeah, that's why we were talking about that laptop.
Pull it out.
You literally pull out the little dongle
in this
and slide
case,
it back
I don't know what people want in it, so I just ordered it with some of the replaceable, what do you call that, units on the side for the USB port.
Yeah.
And but they needed 2 regular USB ports, what wasn't in that machine, so I just pulled one out of mine.
So
put
here
it
you
in
go.
There. Yeah, just works good.
Yeah, that's the beauty of those, and I love that. And I hope that company, kind of spreads its wings a little bit.
Well, they're moving forward because the first 2 that I ordered, I had to wait for them to build it.
Yeah.
And this time when I reordered this, as a matter of fact, I ordered it yesterday. It was in stock and it is shipping out today.
Good.
So they're building up inventory. I guess they have some now.
They're starting to get
right.
Well, that's good because if they succeed and they get big, then that's going to force the industry to march to their beat. If
there's already some word that what did I say? Dell or HP had built one that was kind of like it. So I don't know much details on that one.
Well, that's good for the consumer at the end of the day. Here, that's going to be all good, and that's why I was kind of this company here is kind of setting the table, saying, you know what, and if the public embraces it, buys it, next thing you know, it's going to force, like you said, the Dells and the Gateways and the HPs and everybody else to come out with their versions of it. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think we don't like is what Microsoft has been doing right now, coming out with Windows 11, at the end of last year, and then Windows 11 supposedly runs only on 8th generation Intel processors and newer. I'm not sure what the AMD exactly is, but only the newer processors. They're not really that old, what means that they need to be running Windows 10 on the older machines. And keep in mind, we run Windows 10 on like 15-year-old machines, still works. And that's been cut off now. And this time in history where we have COVID, a supply chain problem, I'm not sure if this was the best thing to do.
Timing
whatever.
was not the best.
And then there's a story to it, but I'm still trying to figure out what the deal is on it. So you cannot install Windows 11 on a older machine. When you have a machine and say, let me upgrade to 11 until you can't do it.
Yeah.
And then my experience has been that if you want to, so the machine has something on it, Windows 7, Windows 10, Windows whatever. You try to then install Windows 11 on that one. You can't get, not upgrading, but reinstalling. You can't do it. It says you can't do it.
Wow.
So one day I had somebody bring in a machine and said, it doesn't work. We need to get this thing working. Can you figure out what's wrong with it? Well, put it on the bench and let's plug it in. Plugs in and it goes click, 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 click. Well, that's a bad hard drive immediately. You know that. And so, yeah, hard drive's bad. Let me see what you got. So it's a 7th generation machine, Intel processor.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, well, what do you want in it? You want this 240 gigabyte solid state drive like we've been doing? Yeah, that's fine. Didn't need to be big, whatever. Put it in there, grab my installer for Windows, start installing it. Halfway through, it looks like Windows 11.
Ooh.
And it's like, what the hell? What? So anyway, I let it finish off. I double check. Yes, it is indeed Windows 11.
Oh.
What is kind of obvious because it looks different. And it's like, did I have this wrong or what? And why is it 11? I put 10 in it.
Yeah.
So I look at my installer. No, I grabbed the wrong one. I put 11 in it. So my mistake. Call a customer up because I said, customer, I screwed up. I got 11 on the machine, and I thought it wasn't supposed to run. It's the 7th generation, but we have heard some reports that some 7th generation will work it.
Okay.
And it's
but yours did not.
Well, on mine, no. I couldn't get it on any of mine, whatever. This guy it happened to install. And I thought it was kind of weird. So I asked him, what do you want? Well, leave the 11 on it, I guess. You think it's okay? Well, it didn't tell me it couldn't install at all this time. And I have done about 4 of them, and I couldn't get it on there.
Okay.
So there's word that you can change the registry or something, some things, but
So
I don't do that.
Yeah, there's something
I don't monkey with that.
Well,
weird
that's when
stuff.
you get in dangerous territory.
So, yeah, you don't know. That's not. We like to have it work. We don't overclock really.
Yeah.
We make it reliable instead of faster or whatever.
Well, that's probably when you're getting into coding and stuff. When you're starting to
I don't know.
into that.
I rather it's just like a car. If you soup it up, you may wear it out faster.
Sure.
That type of deal.
Sure.
So anyway,
I've seen enough Tim the Toolman Taylor in the 80s there to know.
Yeah.
Too
Anyway,
much of a good thing.
I go on with my Windows install, and I go, it's weird, but everything works fine. No problem. As far as I know, it still works fine. So the same day, somebody tries to sell me some old stuff, but it's cute, it's nice, it's still usable. He wanted some amount of money for it. No, I'll give you half of that. Play with it, see what it does. Okay, got that in there. It's the same day I did the other machine I was just talking about.
So you're like, hey, let's give this a
wasn't
try.
busy. It just got busy last week, Tuesday, really. But anyway, it wasn't busy, so I take the lid off the little machine, and it has, of course, a spinning drive in it. So I'm not going to do anything with that. Take it out, put a new drive in it.
Like a solid state?
And I go, no, this Windows 11, it stopped me somewhere on the first ones that I did. Where exactly was that? Because, let me go over the steps and trace down what exactly happens. So I grab 11, start installing it. Now, this is a 4th generation processor.
Okay.
Pretty high-end one, but
Still, it's old.
Kind of old.
Yeah.
It works good when it's working. No reason to throw it out or
Sure.
whatever. But anyway, guess what? 11 installs without any problem.
Really?
And I go, what? It doesn't even tell you it doesn't install, doesn't want to install, can't install, nothing whatsoever. You would never know it couldn't put it on it.
Huh.
So I grabbed one of mine that I had just redone because I replaced some of mine because they couldn't run 11, supposedly.
Right.
So I install Windows on that one. Well, it tells me pretty much right in the beginning, no, you can't install it on here. And I can get to the partition manager that's built into when you install Windows. You can wipe the drive clean or put it on a certain partition or whatever. You have that option. Couldn't get to that. Not on that machine.
Okay.
And it's like, guess what? Let me put the 10 installer on it. So all the work I'd done and setting the machine up, I wiped it all out. So I had a blank drive in there. Not a new one, but a blank one this time.
Okay.
Same as a new one. And put 11 on it. Guess what?
Worked?
Installs without any problem.
Interesting.
So then the funny part is, so the machine is up and running. 11 installs. I finish it off like I do on every machine. No problem. You supposedly are having problem with Windows updates. No problem whatsoever.
It did update
everything installed. No word that it can't run it. But there's a little program you can download to test your machine if it can run Windows 11.
Okay.
I download that. I find it. I download it. And I run it. And guess what it says? This machine cannot run Windows 11. Well, it's running Windows 11.
Yet here we sit.
Yes, I don't know what to think about Microsoft now.
So you think it's a racket? You think it's like they're trying to get people to buy?
I came up with the term of
computers?
the people that work there are very smart idiots.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's the case. I don't quite understand what it is. Also, this word that Windows 10 and Windows 11 technically is pretty much the same.
Okay.
It looks different. So there's like a overlay that, what you see on the screen.
Sure.
You can change that. Stardock company makes overlays that make it look like Windows 7. I personally don't care for it, but if you want it to look like Windows 7, Stardock has a program that can do that.
Okay, so you want it to look old.
Right. So you're used to it. You can't, whatever.
Where the buttons are and everything.
Right.
Yeah.
So that's not too hard to do. And now I'm wondering if this will keep working in the future forever, just like a Windows 10, a Windows 7 can still be upgraded to Windows 10 or 11 now. It works too, with the same product key. If you have a 7 product key, you can install Windows 10 or 11 with that.
And it'll...
And, that is supposed to be not been able to do for, last 5 years now? When Windows 10 came out, you had like a year and a half where you could upgrade for free.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you can still do that today. It never changed.
Okay.
Now, if you ask anybody from Microsoft, they say, no, you can't do that no more. But if you do it, it works just fine.
Yeah.
I'm wondering if this is going to turn out the same way. You can do it, but not many people apparently do this in this fashion.
So basically, they're trying to get people to buy more computers.
That's
and
what
stuff,
it looks like.
but-
The bad thing, in my opinion, is they say that it's done for security. Now, keep in mind, I know that general security for
Okay.
you and for, not getting infected and whatever, and,
Gotcha.
and helping with that kind of problem that we have. And what was my point now? Windows 11, will it run in the future for forever like Windows 10 with its update does? No, you can't do it, but it does. Oh, my point was it's set for security reasons, right?
Right.
But if you don't know really if your machine would run Windows 11 or not, you don't know, but you've heard, it will tell you if you install it, you can't install it. And in most cases, if you have a machine, it wouldn't let you install it. But your drive goes bad in your machine, and you come to me and say, well, I don't want to spend too much money. What can I do? Well, you need a new hard drive. Well, you want a cheapo used spinning drive? I have several of them. Or just a new one, the 240 gigabyte for $60. Well, you pick up a drive, whichever one, and they say, how do I install this? Well, basically, you go online to Microsoft, you download your installer, and you put it on a jump drive, you stick it in the machine, and you follow the instructions. Can you handle that? And, some people can, and some people go, I have no idea.
Yeah.
But you're the
Where's
one
this
that...
thing go?
You're the one that goes, I think I can figure that out. I've done something like that. So you go home, have another computer, and you have a jump drive, and you go download that. It says Windows 11 download, and you download it, you put it on your jump drive, and you don't pay attention, 10, 11. You got what you need, right?
Right.
Now, you stick that in your machine, not knowing what it runs up. If it won't do it, it will tell you it's your thinking, right?
You would think, yeah.
Right. So you install that thing, and it loads Windows 11 up, even though your machine supposedly cannot run it. It will never tell you that it couldn't run on it. But it's done for security reasons. What?
What's security?
I mean, don't you check what you're installing on what equipment and then say, this equipment doesn't match our list of requirements?
You would think,
So, no, you can't install it. No, it doesn't do that at all. And some people claim that underlaying what you see, it's just about identical. The upgrade names are the same, several programs still report as you're running Windows 10 when you run Windows 11. So it's weird. And I can't find any other answer on it. I haven't heard from anybody or I look on the net, Google it, whatever. If anybody has same results and why, I can't find nothing.
Really?
The only thing that comes up is that you can install Windows 11 on a Windows 10 machine if you modify the registry. There's some entries you can change, and then it will install. But you're not supposed to do that because in the future, you may not get updates anymore, is what the answer is that you get.
Okay.
But it's the same as 10, really. So are the updates the same for 10 as they are for 11? What?
Yeah, well, we got to get those.
Obviously, they've done it to make more money or something, sell more product, whatever. Yeah. Even though product sales have been up over the last 2 years, everybody working from home had to buy something or need something, upgrade, whatever.
Yeah. But like you said earlier, the timing's bad because let's face it, if you need a new computer to run this new software, it's a lot harder to get a brand new computer right now than it was.
Yeah, that's what we're kind of thinking of. Now, keep in mind that your machines are not obsolete, but in 4 years.
Yeah.
Because Windows 10 is supported for 4 more years. And, on the end of making money from Microsoft or manufacturers from computers, that machine that we had in here, 2.5 years ago, 3 years ago now almost, that thing was at that point, 12 years old, I said? 12 years old or something.
That's about right, 10, 12
so,
years old.
And that's now, that must be 3 years ago. So that thing is now 15 years old, still runs Windows 10 without any problem, and actually with the solid-state drive in it, fairly decent, even at 15 years old. You may argue from a manufacturer point, that's too old. These folks need to buy a new one. And that's maybe why we have 11.
Sure.
Don't know.
Someone said, you haven't bought one in a while. You need a new one. No.
Next experiment is going to be to put, I have an old one. It's from 2004? 2004, I think. Somebody dropped it off Monday and said, here's some old stuff. It's good. Does it work? Oh, I think so. They're taking the hard drive out. So hook a drive up in it and see if it wants to load Windows 11 on an old machine like that. Supposed to be not working at all.
Sure.
I got the feeling it will go on. But I'll let you know next month.
Well, good deal. So
keep listening and I'll update you.
You're doing some computer science, some experiments in there. I mean, I like it. But
I can't find any, and nobody else has reported anything like it. So I'm not sure what the scoop is. Don't we care? Is the people that know to do this say, well, I use my old machines and run Windows 11? Or are many people going like, that Windows 11 is too new. I don't want to use it yet.
Sure.
I'm not sure.
Yeah.
I don't get
it. And this doesn't help the fact that it's confusing on what can run it, what can't. And people just want something that's like, look, you want me to use your product? This is what I got. Give it to me and let it plug in and go. That's what.
And if there's a good reason to make something obsolete because it's unsafe or whatever the reason, I'm all for that.
Sure.
If your stuff don't work no more, like cell phone here.
Yeah.
It gives you any hassle, any problems. By all means, buy another one. This thing that I got is now 4 years old.
Yeah.
4 years old, I think. Pixel 3 XL. I was going to buy the Pixel 6, and what I wanted was not in stock. So otherwise I would have ordered.
Okay.
And it took a week or two, and it still wasn't there, and the reports come out. I hate mine. This one don't work right. Mine's great. I have no problem whatsoever. So the tech guys from work with Leo Laporte.
Oh, yeah.
Those Paul Thurrott has bought an iPhone. He can't handle the Pixel 6. He says too unreliable.
Okay.
Mary Jo Foley on the other show, she says, it does okay, but it's awful heavy, and it has rounded corners, what I personally don't like. Where we can see what's on the side.
Yeah.
That type of thing. I don't like that. And
beveled glass or whatever it is.
What else was there? Oh, the fingerprint reader is having trouble. Now, again, Leo Laporte showed it on the show, and he just, every time it works. He said you have to hold a little longer, a little what. And Mary Jo Foley and Paul Thurrott both say, sometimes it works, and then sometimes it don't work at all, and whatever. So altogether, I still have my Pixel 3 XL. I didn't upgrade.
It isn't broke, and you're working like a champ.
It's still what do you call that, up to date.
Yeah.
The latest updates have gone in from Android, and I think it's going to be regarded obsolete next year.
Gotcha.
Well, then maybe it's reason to do, but this thing does everything I need to do. Why would I replace it?
Sure.
You know, we should have the option to let stuff run.
Yeah.
You know, unless it's, not cost effective no more or something.
Yeah, the only reason that people, I think, upgrade like this that much is literally keeping up with the Joneses. That's that mindset. Of,
I think we've been seeing some changes in the world as to, do we need to do that? You know?
I hope that changes the mindset a little bit.
People don't want to go to work because they don't get treated right or whatever is going on there.
Well, maybe, like people that grew up during the Depression.
Right.
That generation of people really took the value of getting the most life out of every single item. Your clothing, that's why if depending on your age, you've got a grandmother with 67 butter tubs under their cabinet in the kitchen. Because of that mindset right there. Maybe with this corona and all the world and supply and demand, maybe we'll get another generation of folks that'll have an appreciation.
Have changed our outlook on things.
Yeah.
All this need to have new, keep up with the Joneses, whatever. I think it's not so much there.
Yeah.
And
so maybe this will spawn a little of that where people be like, you know what? I shouldn't have to get a new phone every 2 years. I should be able to hold on to this for like 10 years.
Why in the heck do they make them out of something that makes it feel like an bar of soap?
Yeah. Something so expensive feels so fragile to me. It's like,
everybody puts a case on it just in case I drop it. Well, I don't because I have insurance. Don't drop it is the insurance.
Yeah.
Because it could cost me some money.
Well, I'm almost afraid not to. I feel like I better not take it out of the case ever, because I get that it's just my mindset with these things.
My mindset is just, when I've seen it, you get less careful when you have a case on it. Oh, I got a case on it, so it's protected.
Yeah.
And well, my mindset is, I don't have a case on it, so be careful with it. Don't drop it.
That's a good... Well, although I ain't going to lie, if I take it out of the case and try to use it, it doesn't feel right in my hand because it's a lot thinner.
That's what my problem is. It doesn't feel right if there's a case on it.
Yeah, I feel like it's going to slip out of my hand. It's not feeling right. Here, so, but... I just saw the time.
Yeah,
we probably should wrap this up. But if you want to try to make something live a little longer, or if you want to learn more about technology that allows you to do that, or if you just have general questions about technology or need help with that, don't hesitate to reach out to John at Oasis.
If you want to
Computers.
run Windows 11 on your old machine that can't run it, I'll show you how.
Bring your old stuff. Let's see how much stuff fun. Let's do some more experiments.
The only thing that's unknown is what the future brings.
Sure.
Is that going to work in 2-3 years from now? I got the feeling it might. I got now 3 or 4 of those machines that were too old. I've all got them running with Windows 11, and they're hanging on the wall for some display, whatever, like you have here.
Yeah.
And we'll see what happens with those when they quit or don't quit. I've got the feeling they won't.
And I imagine those are better built computers than the ones you get now.
There's a little Nux that I have hanging on the wall.
Something a little more tougher construction.
Right.
Yeah. So, but come on by Oasis Computers. Morning hours, 8 till about...
say from 8 till 12:30.
Okay.
I really like you to come in no later than 12:30. I do leave at 1, so we officially open from 8 till 1, but that gives us half an hour to handle, take in, or look at whatever you bring in.
Very good.
I do really need to leave at 1. I need to take care of somebody at the house. So
Gotcha. You got family commitments there at 1 o'clock every day.
Normally if you need to leave at 1, it doesn't matter if you leave 10 after 1 or whatever. For most people, it doesn't matter. In my case, that I'm running short on time, I need to get back there.
Gotcha. Very good.
That's
so
why.
A hard done at 1.
Right, and then the afternoon is to get your stuff fixed without interruption.
Sure, or if you've got service calls or something like that.
Service calls,
for
whatever, all those kind of things.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, it works.
Give the phone number if folks...
575-625-9141.
That's probably the best way to reach out and get a hold of John there. Call.
I do check my email, but it's been very busy, so I missed it for 2 days. I don't respond as quick to it. If there's anything in it that you do send, I'll get to it eventually. But just calling on the phone, and if I don't answer for whatever reason, leave a message. I will respond to it. No message left. I have to go on with work and do other things.
He's got 10 other things to take care of. And, of course, don't forget you can always come on by between hours there, right behind the Wool Bowl on Garden.
Garden, yes.
Yeah, I got it right this
If
time.
you keep in mind, right behind the Wool Bowl Stadium's parking lot, that's the street you need to be on.
Exactly. Yeah, you can actually see it from the Wool Bowl parking lot and everything out there. So the backside. But, so come on by. Like I said, Monday through Friday between 8 and really 12:30 there. And if it's really simple stuff, he'll knock it out in the morning. Like if it's you bring it in and it's like,
if we
it's just,
don't keep it so we can make more money, we try to get the work out, and I don't have, by myself, I don't have much time to monkey around with it anyway. So if it's simple and it can be fixed within 15 minutes to half an hour, in general, you walk out the door working again.
Yeah.
Now, if it needs to take longer than that, I put it in line with what's ahead of you, and then you got to
make
wait
arrangements.
On it. Right.
And depending on how messed up it is, he'll get it back to you. So. Very good. Well, John, as always, I imagine you got a stack of work waiting for you.
Yeah, right now I'm busy. Anxious to get back and get something done.
We'll let you get the work done. I appreciate the visit as always. And we'll see you next month here. And
very good.
I would love to say you're still busy with full of work to do. That's a good thing to have.
Probably will. I don't foresee it getting any less. Here.
Awesome. Well, thank you, John. Have a great day. We'll see you next time. It is 7:51. Let's go ahead and pause for some local news, your Kim Commando update. We also got your Chaves County Sports Update brought to you by DSI coming up next, too. Don't go away.
Now for a Pecos Valley News Update. I'm Jared Cirillo. Chaves County deputies made a traffic stop on South Atkinson near East Poe. According to Sheriff Mike Harrington, the driver concealed his identity. It was eventually learned the man had 2 warrants out for magistrate court for failure to pay fines. He was eventually arrested. The Sheriff Canine Felix alerted on the vehicle. A search warrant was obtained, and sure enough, drugs were found in the vehicle, according to the statement from Sheriff Harrington. New Mexico oil and gas regulators are looking to fund funding to help clean up pollution. The Energy, Minerals, and Natural Resource Department recently presented a requested budget to the State Senate Finance Committee. They're asking for a 16% increase in funding. And students in Hagerman and Dexter were returning to their classrooms today. But there is clearly a watchful eye on the COVID-19 situation. Hagerman switched to remote learning January 12th. Dexter did the same the next day. You're up to date. I'm Jared Cirillo.
Both AT&T and Verizon are trying to roll out their higher-speed 5G bands. But CEOs of the major airlines are in a panic. I'm Kim Commando, brought to you by LinkedIn Jobs. Post a job for free and find qualified candidates quickly at linkedin.com/Kim. The 5G rollout is really AT&T and Verizon playing catch-up with T-Mobile. You see, true 5G uses 3 radio bands, a low, mid, and high band. It's the mid-band, or as technicians call it, the C-band, that the carriers are activating. They've spent billions acquiring the rights to this band, which is shared by a device used on all airlines, an ultra-sensitive radar altimeter that counts off the final few feet as the plane lands. The airlines are asking the FCC to delay the AT&T and Verizon rollout, but the airlines have had years to prepare, and T-Mobile has been using the C-band for months with no problems. Should you be concerned? According to my contacts in the airline industry, get on board and have a nice flight. And you can get breaking tech news alerts at commando.com. You've heard me talk about how important it is to have a VPN to protect your online privacy. I only recommend brands to my listeners that I believe in, and I can say with full confidence that ExpressVPN is the best VPN on the market. First, ExpressVPN doesn't log your online activity. Lots of cheap or free VPNs make money by selling your data to advertisers, but ExpressVPN doesn't. They even developed a technology, Trusted Server, that makes their VPN servers incapable of storing any data at all. Secondly, ExpressVPN now uses Lightway, a new VPN protocol they engineered to make user speeds faster than ever. Some VPNs slow your connection, but ExpressVPN is always blazing fast. Plus, it's easy to use. Just fire up the app and tap to connect. So protect yourself with the VPN I use and trust. Go to expressvpn.com/Kim today and get an extra 3 months free on a 1-year package. expressvpn.com/Kim. That's expressvpn.com/Kim.
I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton with your Pecos Valley weather. We've got cool temperatures coming up today with our high staying in the mid-50s, but it should be fair with plenty of sunshine. Overnight, a cold front gets here. We'll drop into the low 20s, and we may pick up a snow shower or two. And then tomorrow, maybe an early snow shower, but turning sunny in the afternoon and colder with our high staying in the upper 30s. A little bit warmer by Friday. That's your latest forecast. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton.
Welcome to DSI, New Mexico's business technology leader. We help you digitally transform your business to do more, faster, and more secure. Selecting DSI gives you access to the world's best technologies, award-winning local technicians, and our commitment to the New Mexico communities we serve. One local source for all your technology products, services, and the personalized support you can only get from DSI.
It's time for the Chavez County Sports Report. Kind of rough last night for the big schools in Roswell as all of the teams that were in action fell victim to their opponents. It was Goddard losing at Clovis by a score of 54-49. Clovis came into the game with a 2-15 record. Goddard is now 8-9 after that loss. They'll get a chance for a redemption right away. They'll host Clovis in their next game. That's tomorrow night. Meanwhile, it was Roswell hosting Artesia in a boys-girls doubleheader. The Artesia girls won the opener of that twin bill, beating Roswell 38-35. Roswell now falls to 9-8 on the season. Their next game will be at Lovington on Friday night. The Roswell boys lose to Artesia 77-59. They'll be playing next against Hobbs, district opener next Tuesday. The Sports Report brought to you by DSI. Call DSI for all your office technology needs. I'm Eric Butler at Roswell's Talk FM 106.5.
With the SRN News Business Report, I'm Bill Alexander. AT&T and Verizon will delay launching new wireless service near key airports after the nation's largest airline said the service would interfere with aircraft technology and cause widespread flight disruptions. The decision from the companies came Tuesday as the Biden administration tried to broker a settlement over a rollout of the new 5G service. Puerto Rico's nearly 5-year bankruptcy battle is ending after a federal judge on Tuesday signed a plan that slashes the U.S. territory's public debt load as part of a restructuring and allows the government to start repaying creditors. The plan marks the largest municipal debt restructuring in U.S. history and was approved following a grueling bargaining effort. On Wall Street, the Dow down 543 points, the Nasdaq down 386, and the S&P 500 dropped 85 points. With the SRN News Business Report, I'm Bill Alexander in Washington.
It's a new year, time for new beginnings, and time to get a new vehicle for your family. Richland Chevy Buick GMC and Richland Dodge Chrysler Jeep both have amazing New Year's deals on both new and pre-owned vehicles. Check out both Richland's lots, where you'll find a huge inventory of certified pre-owned vehicles. Or better yet, customize your new vehicle. Order it today and build the vehicle of your dreams. And with the Richland Brand Champion program, you can ride with confidence knowing you're taken care of long after the sale. Ride for the brand that rides for you. Richland, where service is always job one. The ultimate Wi-Fi experience is now available to you thanks to Smart Home Wi-Fi with Plateau. Get fiber to home technology 100 times faster than the average household internet speed. Plateau has multiple plans to fit your family. With Fast, get true 100 megs per second upload and download speed. With Faster, get true 500 meg. And with Fastest, get 16 gigs of download and upload speeds. Learn more at plateaufiber.com. Get the speed you need with Plateau. Tried, true, trusted.
What does it mean to be a world-class university? To start, being ranked in the top 2% of universities in the world, and to be the only designated R1 highest research activity university in the state. It's about creating the most opportunities for students. And at the University of New Mexico, we do just that by offering affordable, top-tier education year after year and awarding millions in scholarships to our students. So, what are you waiting for? Apply to UNM at apply.unm.edu.
Get ready for the blowout.
The New Year vehicle blowout is on now at Roswell Honda. Roswell Honda is so sure you're going to love your next ride, they're giving you a $2,240 incentive towards down payment. That means you can drive away today in a 2015 Nissan Rogue for just $234 a month, a 2013 Mazda 2 for only $145 a month, or an 01 Honda Odyssey for only $95 a month. Get a Bluetooth speaker and a 12-pack just for stopping by, and a free car vacuum with purchase. The blowout is on at Roswell Honda, 2177 West 2nd.
Here's a Mornings with Mike Winters fun fact. Elephants use these skin folds on their bodies to crush mosquitoes. Mike Winters uses his to hide M&Ms. Here's Mike Winters.
Hey, good morning. It is closing in on 8 o'clock. Stay tuned next hour. About 8:15 or so, we'll have folks from American Legion Post 61 join us, give us some updates on some upcoming events and some other stuff happening around town for vets. That's coming up next hour. Town Hall News up next. We'll be back on the other side. You're listening to 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM, KEND, Roswell, New Mexico.
News this hour from townhall.com. I'm Rich Thomason. Senate Democratic leaders adopting a new strategy aimed at getting around the filibusters. They still hope to pass a couple of so-called voting rights bills.
Majority Leader Schumer plans a cloture vote on the bills as soon as today or tomorrow, an effort doomed to fail under the current 60-vote threshold. Next, he hopes to alter Senate rules to force Republicans to use a so-called talking filibuster. The goal is to exhaust GOP opposition by forcing Republicans to continuously give speeches or make procedural motions on the Senate floor. This, too, could backfire on Schumer if he fails to muster support from 100% of his own party members. Bob Agnew reporting.
Secretary of State Antony Blinken is visiting Ukraine amid growing fears of a Russian invasion. The Biden administration says it's providing an additional $200 million in defensive military aid to Ukraine. The Biden administration is making 400 million N95 masks available, and you can't beat the price. They're free.
Starting next week, Americans can pick up free masks at pharmacies and community health centers across the country. The White House says the masks will come from the government's strategic national stockpile. Federal health officials have said the N95 masks offer better protection against the Omicron variant of COVID-19 than cloth face coverings. The announcement comes as the administration also makes at-home test kits free for American households. Greg Clugston, Washington.
Construction of new homes rose for the third consecutive month in December. Applications for building permits, gauge of future activity, surged higher as well. Following yesterday's big losses on Wall Street, bit of a comeback this morning with stocks trading higher. The Dow is up 139 points. The Nasdaq Composite Index ahead 129, and the S&P is 30 points higher. More on these stories at townhall.com.
So I invested in one of those fancy new exercise bikes. Without a doubt, a very special tool to help me get healthier. The problem is 3 days go by, then 4, and I've done nothing. And then it's night 5, and I'm sitting at the kitchen table, and I look down at myself, and I can't help but just laugh. Because there I am, wearing the exercise t-shirt that came with the bike, and I'm eating 2 corn dogs. And I think we'd all agree, the special tool only matters if we use it to our benefit. At United Faith Mortgage, we believe we have an advantageous tool for you. Our mortgage team is an arm of a bigger company who is a direct lender, which means our company gets to use its own money and make its own decisions. There's no middleman. And often, this allows us to get you a better rate on your refinance or new home purchase, which can save you monthly and lifelong money. We are United Faith Mortgage.
United Faith Mortgage is a DBA of United Mortgage Corp. 25 Meadow Park Road, Melville, New York. Licensed mortgage banker. For all licensing information, go to NMLSConsumerAccess.org. Corporate NMLS number 1330. Equal housing lender. Not licensed in Alaska, Hawaii, Georgia, Massachusetts, North Dakota, South Dakota, or Utah.
China's communist leaders warning athletes to watch their mouths during the upcoming Beijing Winter Olympics, as the BBC's Michael Bristow explained.
A Chinese Olympic official has warned competitors against any behaviour or speech that contravenes the Olympic spirit or Chinese laws. He said athletes face losing their accreditation, but also hinted at other punishment. Some rights groups were already advising athletes to stay silent while in China because of the possible consequences in a country where there's no free speech. The International Olympic Committee already restricts participants from highlighting political issues at its events. There's a greater chance this could happen in China because of its alleged human rights abuses against Muslim Uyghurs in Xinjiang.
It's not just here. Consumer prices in the United Kingdom have risen at the fastest pace in almost 30 years. News and analysis at townhall.com. No charges to be filed in the case of a black teen who died following a confrontation with staff at a Wichita juvenile center.
District Attorney Mark Bennett says he struggled with whether a charge of involuntary manslaughter over the death of 17-year-old Cedric Lofton was justified. The prosecutor cited Kansas's Stand Your Ground law in declining to pursue charges, saying a judge would be duty-bound to dismiss the case. Authorities say that Lofton was aggressive towards his foster parents and assaulted Wichita police officers before he was taken to the Sedgwick County Juvenile Intake and Assessment Center in September. When he was let out of a cell to use the bathroom, he punched a staff member in the head, leading to a struggle with multiple staff members. A December autopsy ruled the death a homicide, finding that Lofton's heart and breathing stopped after he was handcuffed while lying on his stomach. Bennett said there are legitimate questions, but the evidence supports workers' explanations that he continued to resist the whole time. The case sparked outrage among community activists. I'm Jennifer King.
The Dow's up 112 points. More on these stories at townhall.com.
What in the wide, wide world of sports is going on here?
I promise you, whatever scum did this, not one man in this force will rest for 1 minute until he's behind bars. Now let's grab a bite to eat. Yeah, come on.
I feel the hot wind on my shoulder and the touch of a world that is older. I hit the switch and check the number. Leave it on and then I slumber. I hear the rhythm ringing through it. Flamenco guitar and cumbia music. I hear the talking of the DJ. The travel witch and what does he say? I'm on a Mexican radio. I'm on a Mexican radio.
Broadcasting live from high atop the J.P. White Building in downtown Roswell, New Mexico. It's Mornings with Mike Winters on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM.
Is that what I sound like when I talk?
Now, here's your host, Mike Winters.
And good morning. It is 6 minutes after 8 o'clock. Welcome to hour number 2.
They call it the Deuce.
Mornings with Mike Winters, right here on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM. Happy Wednesday.
Mm-hmm.
Happy Wednesday.
Hey, Mike.
Hey, what?
Mike. Guess what day it is?
I haven't consulted my Bob Ross calendar in a while.
It's been a minute, yeah. So. You are certainly, you're not living the Bob Ross lifestyle of taking every day as it comes. You've been skipping ahead. You've been cheating on it.
I live life by my own rules.
Yeah, you don't know this. He actually has a Heathcliff a day calendar that he's actually cheating on the Bob Ross calendar with.
And neither one know about the Far Side calendar.
Yeah. Whatever happened to Far Side? I will say this. Thank you to my mother for almost single-handedly keeping Far Side alive. She still almost daily posts Far Side.
She does have quite a few Far Side, so you have to. She seems to have the wealth of Far Side.
She does. I think she follows him on Facebook.
Yeah. That's all it takes.
Are you trying to keep it pristine? Because I noticed you're keeping the cover on. The whole thing is you're supposed to tear it away.
No.
It's a happy little thing that you tear away the days.
But then I don't see Bob's smiling face.
Look behind you.
Well, I mean, this one.
He's everywhere.
This was from Monday.
Oh, okay.
Anything that you try and don't succeed at, if you learn from it, it's not a failure.
Ooh.
Thank you, Bob Ross.
I like that.
Let's see. Do we have a photo today? Today for Wednesday, January the 19th.
What do we got?
Our Bob Ross photo is a lovely mountain looking down at the ocean scene.
Go for the cam here.
Yeah, let's see. Oh, I got a big fat beefy finger in the way here. Hold on. Let me see if I can get my... There we go.
Yeah, nice.
It's kind of...
Nice.
There we go. You can kind of...
Very pretty.
Very, yeah.
I bet he made a lot of... we'll call them learning moments.
That's right.
During the painting of this.
There is some happy trees, but there's some happy ocean down below.
Yeah, when you're painting a beach, it's kind of hard to cover up your mistakes with happy little trees.
Yeah.
Is that a pine tree on the beach there, Bob? It was Christmas.
Hey, it's his world. We just live in it.
That's right.
Okay. I was I heard him jumping. I was like, what? Happy Wednesday. Hope you're having a good one. We're going to have the folks from American Legion Post 61 join us here in just a little bit. Hey, while we're talking about that stuff, I do want to put on your radar some blood drives coming up here with Vitalant United Blood, formerly United Blood Services. I still say that even though they've been Vitalant for like 4 years now, but I'll keep that going. But for folks here in Roswell, your next opportunity to donate blood will be here on Thursday, this upcoming Thursday, January 20th. Church on the Move will be hosting a blood drive from 11 to 3 in the foyer there. If you would like to schedule an appointment for that one, just call or text Stephanie with Vitalant, 575-840-8178. Again, that's 575-840-8178. Let's see, for folks in Carlsbad, your next opportunity to donate blood will be not until the 29th. They're going to be at the Walmart there in Carlsbad with the Bloodmobile from 11 to 2. Folks in Artesia, your next opportunity to donate blood will be on the 26th. Next Wednesday, they're going to be at J&J Home Care in the meeting room from 12 to 3:30. Folks in Roswell, if you can't make it out to Church on the Move tomorrow, next Tuesday, the 25th, they're going to have the Bloodmobile out at the Chavez County Admin Building there at 1 St. Mary's Place from 1:30 to 5. Bloodmobile will be there. Call or text Stephanie again to get a appointment, 575-840-8178. It is 10 minutes after 8 o'clock. Let's go ahead and take a gander at that weather.
I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton with your Pecos Valley weather. We've got cool temperatures coming up today with our high staying in the mid-50s, but it should be fair with plenty of sunshine. Overnight, a cold front gets here. We'll drop into the low 20s, and we may pick up a snow shower or two. And then tomorrow, maybe an early snow shower, but turning sunny in the afternoon and colder with our high staying in the upper 30s. A little bit warmer by Friday. That's your latest forecast. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton.
Thank you, Steve. Currently 49 degrees here in Roswell. Humidity is at 48%. Winds currently out of the north at 13 miles per hour. 56 and sunny today with winds out of the north 10 to 20 miles per hour. Tonight, they're saying there's a chance. It's a 20% chance, but a slight chance of snow showers after 2 o'clock this morning. Mostly cloudy. Overnight low of 24 with northeast winds at around 10 miles per hour. For you Thursday, it's not going to be warm. If you're looking for warm tomorrow, you aren't going to find it. 20% chance of snow showers before 11 tomorrow. Partly cloudy. High of only 38 tomorrow. Winds will be out of the east, 5 to 10 miles per hour. Tomorrow night, mostly clear with an overnight low of 16. Yep, 16. Winds will be out of the south at around 5 miles per hour. Friday, sunny. Highs back up into the 50s, 51 for a high. South winds 5 to 10. Then for the weekend, Saturday, another slight chance at some snow and rain, a 20% chance of snow showers before 11. Then that changing over to rain after 11. Partly cloudy, high of 46 on Saturday. And then Sunday, sunny skies, highs back around 53. And then Monday, 60 for a high. So that's going to feel like summer by the time we get through all this mess. So enjoy that. All right, it is 12 minutes after 8 o'clock. Let's go ahead and take about a 3.5-minute break, and then we'll talk American Legion Post 61 business on the other side. Don't go away. You're listening to Mornings with Mike Winters.
Hi, I'm Dennis Kintai, Mayor of Roswell. Since becoming mayor in 2014, we've accomplished a lot. We've cleaned out numerous derelict structures that spoil our neighborhoods. We've constructed a state-of-the-art aquatic center. We have built 2 new splash pads in city parks for families to enjoy. We have invested over $25 million to revitalize our air center. During the COVID-19 pandemic, the city of Roswell has stayed open and free while we work to ensure everyone's safety. Today, we are under attack from those trying to impose Santa Fe values on our way of life. I will always fight to keep Roswell values front and center. We've done a lot, but there's more to be done. I'm asking you to vote to keep me, Dennis Kintai, as your mayor on March 1st. Together, we can keep Roswell free. This is Dennis Kintai, and I approve of this ad.
Innovation, service, integrity, and knowledge. J.S. Ward and Son Insurance Agency. Auto and home, life and health, personal and commercial. Bonds too, since 1925. We have the coverage for you. Innovation, service, integrity, and knowledge. J.S. Ward and Son Insurance Agency.
A good night's sleep is so important. Did you know that proper sleep supports a healthy heart, decreases chances of weight gain, and boosts a positive mood? Hi, this is Dr. Sarah Usher with Carabelli Dental. It doesn't matter your age, sleeping issues can make any of us reach for that all-day cup of coffee. If you know you are not sleeping because of severe snoring or sleep apnea, come visit us. We can make you a small oral appliance that will help you sleep better and live better.
Come see the team at Carabelli Dental at the corner of 9th and Main in Roswell or call 622-4455.
When it comes to the security of your home or business, you want a local company, not a faceless national company, but one that has a personal investment right here in Southeast New Mexico. Xena Security Services is your local Honeywell dealer, and they specialize in service after the sale. They can handle all of your business and residential alarm and cameras, as well as home theater installation, all with contracts on your terms and all from a local company. The real Xena Security Services, right here in Southeast New Mexico. Call today, 626-3521. Protection with a local touch.
Nook's Asian Market brings the flavors of the East to you with new winter hours. The restaurant is now open 11 a.m. to 6:30 p.m. and the store 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. every day. Be sure to get your last order in by 6:30 p.m. Delicious, authentic dishes, including a variety of Thai noodle soups, dried egg noodles, dumplings, and more, served at your table or to go. While you wait, browse the store with lots of fresh new ingredients like galunga, lemongrass, lime leaf, and Thai chili. Nook's Asian Market, South Main, Roswell.
It's a celebration. The Roswell Nissan New Year Savings Event is on. It's 2022 and time for a new ride. Hi, this is Mikey Reeves, new general manager at Roswell Nissan. Come celebrate with us and save big on new 2021 and 2022 Nissan Titans, Altimas, and Sentras. Plus, during Roswell Nissan's New Year celebration, get payments as low as $83 a month.
And top dollar for your trade-in.
It's a New Year celebration at Roswell Nissan's New Year Savings Event, but hurry in. All offers end January 31st.
Here's a Mornings with Mike Winters fun fact. U-Haul is the world's largest advertiser in the Yellow Pages. Too bad millennials don't know what the Yellow Pages are. Here's Mike Winters.
And good morning. It is 16 minutes after 8 o'clock, and joining us in studio this morning
to get you some crayons.
Yeah, those once sunnies are down, it takes a minute to get them back up. So, but joining us in studio this morning from American Legion Post 61, Commander Lee, and Don with us as well. Don was on the other day with his Bitter Lake hat. Today he's got his American Legion hat on today.
Yeah,
morning, guys.
And I forgot my Legion hat this morning. I can't.
We
believe
got your sack hat on, so you're good.
I do.
Yeah. So you're covered.
Yeah.
Literally.
Yeah, I got my cover on. There you
go. Good deal. Well, first off, good morning, gentlemen. How's everybody doing today?
Wonderful. How you doing?
Doing good. Doing good.
I'm still a little bit asleep.
Yeah.
I usually are on the show at 9.
Yeah, this is what it looks like in the 8 o'clock hour.
The head seems bigger.
Yeah, it's definitely something. The belly certainly is. I know that. But we do have a couple things we want to put on folks' radar for sure through just some good gee-whiz information for veterans out there, as well as some post-61 opportunities for the public as well too here. So,
well, I'm going to let Don talk about the scholarships right now because he's primarily the guy responsible for it.
He's the man with all the information on this one.
And he's the man with all the money. So there you go.
Don't say that out loud. People are going to be like wanting to talk to Don up in the street. I heard you're the man with all the money.
Yeah, that's right.
I was like, no, I'm broke.
Well, you got to talk about now. 30 years of Marine salary going to here.
You live large there, huh?
Yeah. We got our money set aside, and that's all of it. I don't have no more.
That's it. We got it.
But it's there, and it's going to be there for a long, long time.
Yeah. And so basically, and this is thanks to some generous folks and things, we're able to do these scholarships.
Yes. We're hopefully we're going to put out 5 scholarships
Yeah,
this
we've got
year.
5 this year.
5 this
Good
year.
deal.
One at 1,500.
Right.
And 4 at 2,500.
Nice.
Yeah, for this year.
Excellent. That's a lot of cash to. That's free money for some for some student out there.
500 available.
That's amazing.
All you got to do is apply.
Yeah.
You know.
And it's very simple. If you go to the Roswell American Legion Post 61's website, roswelllegion.org,
right,
you will find the application for the scholarships right there. All you need to do is start filling them out and getting all the stuff together. There are some qualifications to apply for this
You
scholarship.
have to be enrolled in some sort of a STEM program, or you have to be in a first responder program.
Gotcha.
And the money goes directly to the institution, so it doesn't go to the individual that's applied.
Gotcha. It'll go to wherever you're going to school.
It's going to pay for tuition, books, any kind of fees that the university is going to be charging you.
Perfect.
But we're trying to encourage, people in STEM and first responders to get out there.
Absolutely. There is the prerequisite that you have to
have a military attachment of some sort.
Family member,
either parents, yourself. Last year we
actually had a
re-awarded a vet last year.
Yeah,
she was in her second year of nursing at Eastern New Mexico Roswell. But as long as you're a descendant of military, you're a brat of some sort.
Yeah.
Or,
That's all we.
And that can be grandparents as well as parents.
Yeah, grandparents, parents. Yeah, I mean, second uncle twice removed. That's a little bit thin, but your immediate family area there. You know, people that you consider close family.
Well, and folks don't seem to realize that with the Legion Act that got passed a couple years ago, that everybody who served is eligible for the American Legion if you served honorably from December 7th, 1941 on. So basically for the same qualifications that it would be for membership in the Sons of the American Legion or the Auxiliary or whatever, it's exactly the same as what, qualifies you for the money.
Which, by the way, if any vets out there listening want to be a part of American Legion and weren't, maybe you're thinking, well, I'm not sure if I qualify or not, and we just heard Lee say it, if you served honorably, after December 7th, 1941, you're eligible. And you, like I said, served honorably. You have to have a general or up discharge there. Anything it's under less than honorable conditions.
Anything you got a DD 214 for.
There you go.
The thing is, there's two different legal definitions of a veteran. The American Legion uses if you served 1 day honorably and you got a discharge.
You're in. Gotcha.
But if you want to get VA benefits or something like that, you have to have served 180 days under, I think it's Title 10. I always get those confused.
Which is basically a short tour in military terms.
Yeah, 180 days minimum. Because if you get out under 180 days, they call it failure adapted military life, and they don't give you a 214 usually. So.
Yeah, usually like those folks that kind of wash out in basic, unless they do something criminal, they basically they didn't exist in the military. Basically, is once they're separated and everything. But if you don't make it in basic, or usually those folks end up with just like they were never in the military at all. So there's no
and
real
I think
record
the other
at
one
all.
is Title 18, and if you go to basic training but you serve in the National Guard, they don't consider that to be Title 10 service.
Gotcha.
So unfortunately, that leaves our National Guard people kind of out to dry because, and if you have a medical claim or anything like that, if you're not serving under Title 10, you don't qualify for VA. If you served under Title, I think it's 18. That's workman's comp.
Okay.
So,
see that, and it gets in the weeds now.
Yeah.
But basically,
we're not even in the rough anymore. It's out in the weeds.
If you're kind of at one of those scenarios where you're like, well, this, and then talk to Commander Lee, he'll do the sorting there for you. But in essence, if you served the military and you got out and you were honorably discharged, and it wasn't before Pearl Harbor, you're pretty good to go.
And it qualifies you for education.
Yes.
So
Absolutely.
If you served before Pearl Harbor, you're doing real well to be around.
Exactly. That's the thing is there's not a lot of folks that are around with us still.
What's that, 71 years?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they had to be 20 to get in, or 18,
Yeah, so they're pushing 190, some 100.
15. You could
Well,
be in at 15.
did you see the Tuskegee? 102 years old.
102,
just passed away.
Yeah.
Wow. It's great.
Wow.
It's amazing that those folks were with us that long. It's pretty cool. Sorry, back to the scholarships, but please, is there any kind of deadlines on applications and things right now?
You have to apply, like for instance, for Eastern New Mexico, Roswell, you have to apply before the drop dead date.
Yeah.
So there's a final date before the financial aid department actually processes the checks and stuff like that. So we have to have it in after that.
And I know one of the key things, especially for folks maybe just going back to school, and this kind of opens your door up to the world of scholarships, is when you get to the college, or if you're going to Eastern here, or talk to the financial aid office and make sure you get your FAFSA form filled out.
Yes,
and I think March is the deadline to get that done, and so once that happens, that opens your world up to the scholarships and things, and that way, so get that done first, and then you can go to the American Legion website, download and get it in there, and then you're in the system and ready to go, and it'll streamline that much easier for you. But yeah, that's where they just want your tax information. That's what, and they've changed some rules on that FAFSA stuff. Like you can use the previous years and something about with your parents too. There's a change there too, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, we're going to be awarding for spring and summer right now. We don't have a deadline date for fall yet.
Okay. So, but the sooner the better here, and so basically the requirements are the eligibility ones, and then there's a short essay you have that we're asking for folks applicants to write.
Yeah, we want people to be serious about this. I mean, it's not just throw your name in and we'll pull a lottery.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we need to know that you're serious about the craft.
Yeah, and I'm sorry I don't remember what was the subject matter for
Constitution.
The Constitution. Okay, what it means to you, or just
I don't remember the exact wording, but basically it has to be a positive reference to the Constitution of some sort.
Okay.
The last one did the Second Amendment, which was fine.
Sure. Yeah, it's kind of a big document. There's a lot of different facets you could cover.
There really is. Yeah. I have a little Constitution, little booklet.
The Pocket Constitution?
The Pocket Constitution thing. I can look it up and see what it says.
I think a lot more Americans should have one of those more handy than they...
I'd like to see somebody do an essay on like the 13th or the 14th Amendment or something
That'd be great, yeah.
Because everybody does one or two.
Yeah.
But I mean...
Well, 13th, that's slavery, if I remember right off the top of my head.
Yeah, and 14th is citizenship for,
And then I can't remember prohibition. That's around 19 or something. I can't remember.
Yeah, of course, there were two of them for that.
Yeah.
18 and 21.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
I don't remember the numbers, but yeah.
17 is when we went direct election of senators, which to me was the downfall of democracy. But,
you know what's cool about it? This is gee whiz off the top. If you ever go to D.C. and do the sightseeing there, make sure you visit the National Archives. That's one of the areas. But, of course, everyone goes and sees the Constitution and the Declaration of Independence. It's in the big rotunda there, which go see it. It's amazing. And then you see some of the other speeches, like I think some of Lee's orders in there, maybe even a copy of the Gettysburg Address is in there, one of the editions.
The Lincoln Memorial is fantastic, especially if you go down underneath of it.
Yeah, exactly. There's beautiful artifacts and things. But also part of the archives is a whole other museum area that most people don't take the time to go through, and a lot of that's dealing with these constitutional amendments. You can go through and see all the stuff that was going on during the Prohibition era and the documentation of that. It's really quite fascinating to see some of that stuff and see the actual documents at play and all of that, and the books and the ledgers and all that. It's really cool. So if you ever go, just go see the Declaration of Independence and the Constitution, but make your way around the rest of that building and see some of the other parts, because it sometimes takes a little bit to get into that rotunda with a lot of people.
Sure.
And so by the time they get there, they're like, all right, let's go eat a hot dog or something. It's like, no, go check that stuff out, man. It's really cool. But anyway, sorry, I was sidetracked.
No, it's all right. I did the revolutionary sites and all that stuff. We got to see, we went to William and Mary and all that.
Down there
it was
in
actually
Virginia.
a guided tour. It was awesome.
You go down to Williamsburg, I'm guessing, too, while you're down there in Williamsburg?
Yeah.
They take that stuff serious. Like, what I mean by that is, because Williamsburg it's a colonial town. They live it. They have, like, reenactors you go through, and you kind of see what colonial life was like.
Yeah, the guy that we did the guided tour was one of those. And he had a lot of interesting facts. Of course, it was all kind of,
like,
skewed the other direction. But
my wife, this is before we were married, I guess she went with her family, her parents and things, and is like a late teenager. And they went to like a mass session with one of the churches in there to go to the mass, and it was done in the colonial style, but they were yelling at people. If you like whispered, "You stop it!" And they were cracking the whip, man. They were doing it just like colonial times. And you got that.
You were there to listen to the preacher, not to make conversation.
They got the stink eye. Just saying. But that stuff's really cool here.
But but Don's done a lot of work here.
Yeah, absolutely.
He set all this up on his own and came to me and he says, "Well, I like the fact that you're doing scholarships. I mean, I was getting funded by Crumlin, and but then he says, no, I got to top that. So
let's put it on steroids a little bit.
Yeah,
I
I thought he was going to do like a couple 500s or something like that. No, it's going to be 2,500. And it's like,
nice. Way to
overachieve, dude.
Hey, I've been well taken care of for my life, and this is just kind of a way of giving back, and in this case, to the community.
Well, we do appreciate this support here because this is great to see. That there's going to be some students that get an opportunity to help. Maybe this is the linchpin they needed to get that path going and get that go on to their careers or what they ever want to pursue after this.
Well, most of this will be college students that are already in college.
Sure.
But that doesn't mean that a high school senior can't apply.
Absolutely, yeah.
Not.
Absolutely.
If you go right in with a declared major of any of the sciences.
Sure.
Whatever, and
and STEM's pretty broad. I mean, STEM has touched a lot of corners of the globe here. So, if you're going into automotive tech, that's STEM. I hate to tell you,
technology.
You're going to be dealing with a lot of computers and a lot of engineering stuff there.
That's right.
The drone technology-based stuff out at Eastern. If you're going involved in that kind of stuff, the nursing, like you said, that's all
big.
science.
Yeah, we medical did nursing.
The S in STEM is science.
Yeah.
But I mean, even paramedics,
absolutely,
police officers, firemen.
Yeah, these are all
under the cap.
Yes, STEM and really service oriented, like you said, military, like your law enforcement, first responder types. Yeah, absolutely.
That brings up that this doesn't have to be a standard 4-year or 2-year type college.
Could be technical college,
could be technical schools and trade schools.
Any formal secondary education, really,
Well, I'll tell you, $1,500 goes a long way towards
absolutely,
one of those type of.
That's right.
I know at Eastern that'll pay for a semester, usually, depending a full semester. I think.
I think Tanya's was $1,800 according to the bill that I saw.
Yeah,
that was her whole bill for the whole semester. But
so that's covered mostly.
So we only gave her $500 because that's all we had.
Sure.
And now we've got much higher ones.
Well, maybe I don't know how long her schooling's going, but maybe she can reapply for.
No, we set it up as a one-time
one
award.
And done. I got you.
One and done, unfortunately.
Sure, makes sense.
But you got to sell vanilla before you can have chocolate.
This is true.
That's right.
And absolutely. So again, Roswell. Legion.org is the website. Start doing your research today. The information about the scholarship is right there. And while you're there, feel free to click on some of the other tabs and see what American Legion Post 61 is all about, and see some photos from some of our past events, and see some of the other things we got going on in the community here.
Like Memory Lawn.
Memory Lawn is one of our pet projects.
Memory Lawn, we've been doing some work out there. I don't know if people have been paying attention, but we got that new flagpole up there, but we've also been working on the fence. In fact, we got a good portion of it painted. we're still sanding and continuing to paint the rest of the fence, but that should be done soon.
Good deal.
So
next couple of weeks. I'm going to be gone next week, so
yeah,
there won't be much there unless one of the other guys goes out and does it.
Well, we got a couple
Ralph
folks that
said
get out
he was
there.
going to go out and do it, I think Sunday, but I don't know if he did.
But by the way, if there's folks who want to get involved with that too, reach out to us. Shoot a message either on the website there or something. Reach out and contact us, and we'd love to.
Oh, and on a side note, I was contacted yesterday about someone looking for funeral arrangements for services and stuff like that from one of the military branches. In this case, it was Army Air Force.
Okay.
Feel free to give us a call. We understand that one of the funeral homes in town, I'm not going to say it over the air, but they aren't providing military services. So we can contact the branches directly and get that going for you.
Okay, so if you're coming across where you're not getting help there,
yes,
reach out to American Legion. We'll get you in contact with the people.
And I'll tell you, the last one that I contacted was through the Marine Corps, and boy, they were Johnny on the spot. I mean, I contacted.
Does not surprise me with the Marines.
I contacted somebody, I think it was in Virginia, and they followed it up the whole time. And the two guys showed up with the flag and the whole 9 yards.
Good deal. That's great.
Yeah.
Well,
I think that was for Ted, wasn't it? Yeah, it was for Ted.
Ted, yeah.
Well,
that's right.
All branches of the military, look out for their own and everything. That's all. But Marines take it to another level.
Well, I hate to tell you, but Air Force not so much in this town.
Yeah.
I mean, we really
that doesn't surprise me either.
We really have to push on Kirkland or one of the other, Cannon or something, to get honors to come out. But we can do it.
Gotcha. We just got to do a little.
We need a little bit more time to do Air Force or what was the other one? It's not
Navy.
Army. Yeah, Navy.
Navy.
Army is a lot of times handled through National Guard here locally, so we have people we can contact to get that going.
Gotcha.
And of course, the Marines they take care of it. But Space Force, we haven't had anything like that yet.
I think you got a few years. We're going to worry about returning some Space Force folks.
Yeah, I want to know how they're going to do burial at sea for those guys.
Well, I saw enough Star Trek. They put him in the torpedo bay and boom, right out
in space.
Yeah, and hopefully they don't soft land on a planet that's being rebuilt.
Well, that'll bring the search
and then
for
you
Spot
get
3. The next
you
one.
get your person back.
Genesis, wasn't that the
Yeah,
name of that
exactly.
Genesis Planet.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, I saw
Boy,
that.
I didn't know Don was up on his Star Trek. Wow. I learn more about Don every time I talk to him.
He's in his home going, Con! No.
Yeah, that's probably it.
That's my dog's name, Con.
Chaka Khan.
I hate to disappoint everybody, too, but that was not really Ricardo Montalban's chest in that movie. That was a stunt chest.
Yeah.
So all you ladies swooning over Ricardo Montalban, that's not his chest.
Right.
That was a stunt chest. I do want to talk, speaking of, we were talking about vets and things, let's talk a little bit about the vet transportation van, too. Give us an update there.
Southeast New Mexico Veterans Transport.
Mm-hmm.
If you're a vet and you need transportation to any of your medical requirements, here in Roswell, Artesia, Carlsbad,
Albuquerque,
we take them up to Albuquerque and bring them back.
Yeah, Lubbock, I think too, right?
We go to Lubbock, we go to Hobbs, we go to El Paso.
Wow, so you're covering all of pretty much New Mexico and West Texas here, pretty much.
We don't get out to mostly it's Albuquerque or Artesia.
Gotcha. Okay,
that's the most of
but
our.
that's just popularity. That's where most people are going.
That's where we're going. Yeah. So if you need help with that, you can always call. We also need drivers.
So if you'd like to volunteer to drive,
anybody wants to volunteer to help drive, and it is a volunteer. But then that's my thing. I volunteer everything.
I think they pay your lunch or something.
Yeah. Well, if you're going to Albuquerque, they'll give you stipends for lunch, and you can contact Alice.
Okay.
At 575-622, I can't read my writing here, 0729.
Okay. And they can, like, if you want to volunteer, love to have you. Whether it's once a week or a couple days a week or a couple hours a month, whatever it is that you can spare.
Whatever you can spare.
They would love to have it, even if I can only do one trip a month. But you know what? That's one more trip to get folks to their medical appointments and things. So I know Crumlin Auto Group. That's the group that's been very works with those guys on the vehicle side of it.
Yes,
making sure they're taken care of and things like that. But I would even say if you can't, maybe you physically can't drive or whatever, but would love to help monetarily, they can use that for gas money and travel expenses.
Donations are gleefully accepted.
So if you can't,
we don't get any, there's no federal grants on this.
So this is all just
all
the hearts
individual.
Of people.
That's right. It's all donations.
Grassroots just put together. So
that's right.
So if you'd like to get involved in whether it's as a driver or maybe a financial backer here, or if you need these services, if you're a vet and you're like, man, it's so hard to get for my family and me to get to Albuquerque regularly or to Artesia or Lubbock or wherever you got to go,
give them a call.
Give them a call. They'll help you out. I'm sure they work with families all the time. So if it's the daughter or the son calling for my dad, he needs help. I try to take him, but during the day I got to work and I can't take him, and those kind of scenarios.
So.
Yeah,
we get that all the time.
Yeah.
Sometimes we have to take a caregiver with the vet.
Okay.
So keep that in mind. That's possible too.
Okay, very good. So if you do have a caregiver that needs, perfect. But reach
family
out.
member or what.
Give out that number one more time, Don, if you don't mind.
It's Southeast New Mexico Veterans Transport.
Mm-hmm.
That's at 575-622-0729.
Very good. Excellent. So great way to get involved and help out. If it's, I always say this, we're still in, I guess we're still in January. There's still people trying to keep a New Year's resolution, I'm thinking at this point. If your New Year's resolution is to be more involved and give back, you got plenty of opportunity.
Another way to do it.
Right there to do that too. Speaking of opportunity, Lee, I want to put this on people's radar. We'll talk more about this next week, but February's coming up here, and one of the annual things that we as American Legion Post 61 do is called our Four Chaplains ceremony.
February 27th.
February 27th is going to be the date we're going to be having it here in Roswell. It's going to be thanks to our folks at First Baptist Church.
First
United Methodist Church. Sorry, my brain went cramping there. First United Methodist Church there for supporting us each time and everything else. But it'll be there.
Yeah, this is a non-denominational service, by the way, and it. Considering the four chaplains were four completely different faiths within Christianity. But, except for the Judaism.
Yes, there was a rabbi.
But anyway, the point is, if you haven't seen this, it's a very moving ceremony.
Yeah.
And it's a tribute to these four men who gave the ultimate sacrifice to help their fellow man.
Yeah, it's a touching story. And we'll talk more about it next week, but I do want to put it on people's radar, February 27th, 3 p.m.
Yeah, it's always the last, in this year, it's going to be the last Sunday of February. We make sure that we're not around Super Bowl.
Yeah, we don't want to compete with the Super Bowl. We know that's a losing venture.
Oh, yeah, very much so.
But we'd love to put it on your calendars. Please come out. It's a free ceremony. It'll be at 3 p.m. at First United Methodist Church. We'd love to have you come out. And it's a short ceremony. You'll be in and out about 45 minutes.
Yeah.
It doesn't take a lot out of your day.
Pretty much all of our ceremonies are about 45 minutes to an hour.
But I think once you and we'll talk a little more about the story next week. So we'll whet your appetites there. But it's to hear the story, to hear the acts of selflessness that these four individuals did. Is something that should be shouted from every rooftop of this, because those kind of people are what make America great. So
that's right.
And that's what we honor and celebrate with the Four Chaplains ceremony. So we'd love to have you a part of it. And if you're like, what's the four? Don't come out, learn the story. And like I said, we'll give you a teaser to next week. I don't want to get into it all now. It can take a minute, but basically these four men sacrificed their lives for the sake of many others. When an act, and they knew they did it. They were on a boat that was going down. They gave away their stuff, and there was no place to go but down with the boat.
Yeah, if you want to look it up, it's the Dorchester.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we'll talk more about it next week. Is there anything else we want to make sure we covered or get on people's radar? Of course, if you're interested in becoming a part of a Legion, we have our Legionnaires. We meet the first Thursday of every month, 6 p.m. at First United Methodist Church. We also have our auxiliary, which also meets that same time, and that's available to the spouses of any veterans, or is it just spouses or daughters too? I can't remember.
Oh, yeah, and the whole
auxiliary,
the auxiliary is the whole schmang.
Yes.
Yeah, any family member.
There you go. Can be a part
basically, it goes both ways, and the sons only goes one way.
Yes,
but,
the sons.
But yeah, anybody, and now the male spouse of a veteran can join.
Yes. Auxiliary is not just women, by the way.
That's right.
In our auxiliary post, we do have a male that would like a friend.
I don't know if you want to put it quite that way. But,
I'm just saying he would appreciate just a smidge more testosterone.
Anyway, they meet mostly almost every Thursday. They do craft projects.
Yeah, they do.
And
They
stuff.
do all
They're
that,
working on a quilt of valor and all that stuff.
Busy,
I really
busy
don't
group.
know what the status of that is right now.
And then, of course, we do have our sons, which is the sons of those who
they
served.
just met last Thursday.
And they will meet on the second Thursday of the month, again at First United Methodist Church.
Right.
But if you go to the RoswellLegion.org website, you can learn more about all of our different parts of the Post 61
I
family.
think our next meeting is February 3rd, because the 4th through the 6th, I think we're in Albuquerque.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we will invite you to that, but we'll talk more about that next week.
And the sons can be a parent or grandparent.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
If you're the
Gotcha. So if your
son or grandson
or grandmother served, then
Right.
you can...
direct lineage.
Gotcha.
Right.
Okay. All right. I did not know that. I knew it was parents. I didn't know it went higher.
Yeah.
So that's cool.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Awesome.
It goes back further than that, doesn't
Yeah,
it?
it goes back to World War One.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you have any parent or grandparent, on back lineage, and I'm not even a son. I'm,
Yeah, I have both. My father served. My grandfather.
My dad was
served.
Air Force.
So,
I'm a first generation military. So.
Ah, okay. And went to the Marines, straight to the Marines.
Yep.
Wow.
My dad hated that until I came out of boot camp.
And
then it
way
was
up.
Yeah, it was a whole different change after I came out of boot camp.
Was it one of those scenarios where all the recruiters are at one place? So, like when you went to go sign up?
No, this was so far back they had different offices.
Okay. When I signed up in the 90s it was a office building, but all 4 branches had a little office in there. So you'd walk in there and they were scoping each other's guys out. So they'd be,
that's funny, because when I went in, they had 4 different offices, but they weren't in the same building.
Really? Now, where I was
like in different parts of the city.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, me too.
Okay.
Yeah,
now, at the
same
time, and this was, 90s there, it was, it was like just an office building, like a 4-story office building.
I
and
always
they had,
forget that you're younger than me.
I am.
So.
Yeah, I'm 48, so.
Yeah, you're younger.
Yeah,
I'm not qualified for AARP yet. I got about a year and 2 months.
What are you going to be, 50?
I'll be 50. I'll be 49 in April, so I got a year and some change here.
I don't think there was even an Air Force recruiter available.
Well, they were too busy.
This was I joined in '63, so
yeah, they were around.
Yeah, I don't remember
You're not
even.
supposed to tell your age. And you are not the oldest member of our post.
No, I'm not.
No, we have some more seasoned folks.
I think we have one. The oldest one we have right now, I think, is 90, something like that.
Okay, who's our youngest?
The youngest member of our post?
Yeah. Just off the top of your head. I mean,
it's not Sean. It's not Ralph. No,
yeah, I'm trying to think. I'm curious. We have to. Well, maybe we should do a poll.
I'm not sure, but I do know. Oh, probably Jessica.
Okay.
And she's 20.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, she's not. She's 32.
Okay.
I still think that's way below anybody else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think she's the youngest member of the post, to be honest with you.
All right.
Now, that's not our youngest son.
Yeah, I'm thinking more Legionnaire.
Our youngest son is 17.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, because sons can get, because, well, their son.
That's it. Yeah.
And our youngest son just got accepted to the Air Force.
Yeah, now he can be a Legionnaire. Well, will be when he's done.
Well, he's got to finish high school first.
Yeah.
But he's going to be going into the Air Force Academy this year. So.
Great. Going up to Colorado, huh?
Well, he's already in Colorado.
Oh,
he's going to go down to
he's going
Colorado
to stay in Colorado.
Colorado Springs, yeah.
Good deal.
Well, that's a beautiful campus, though.
Yeah.
It really is.
Oh, and we got Bobby Arnett, too, right?
Yeah, his son's just completed basics at tech school. So
he's just gone into tech school, right?
Yeah, he just completed basics. He's going into tech school. Yeah.
So, I mean, we kind of got the whole.
Where did he go to
gauntlet.
tech? Did he go to Shepherd or where did I forgot?
Actually, I don't know.
Okay.
Obviously did the Battle of Lackland, but I think
that's everybody in the Air Force.
Mark was saying that he was going to be at Lackland or Randolph because he was going into
security forces.
Thought he was security.
Yeah.
So
I think
he's probably going to be.
Tech school is there in San Antonio.
He's probably going to stay right there in that place.
I think. Well, Lackland's a big base, and it's San Antonio. There's a lot to do there. There's way more fun in Wichita Falls, Texas. So he'll be all right.
I left the Battle of Lackland in 1986, and I never looked back.
That's where I spent 6 months in tech school, was Wichita Falls, Texas. But
I don't even know where that is.
Is
that West Texas?
Yeah, it's about an hour and a half north of Dallas.
East Texas.
Yeah.
Northeast Texas.
Yeah. Wow. And about an hour, about 2 hours or so from where Lawton, Oklahoma is and all that. It's
Lawton, Oklahoma. My father spent a little bit of time there.
Yeah.
He was an air traffic.
It's like kind of right in the middle of there, but yeah.
Yeah.
So it's not bad. I joke. It's way more to do there than there is, say, here. But
well, I mean, I had to spend 14 months near, I don't know, New Orleans.
Yeah. So. I'm sure. See, that's we're running out of time. That's great to be stationed there, but not always the best for your career.
No. I look at it as a building block. I wouldn't want to stay there.
Mardi Gras went a little longer than expected.
Yeah.
Again, if anybody has any questions about anything, don't hesitate to reach out.
RoswellLegion.org,
Yes.
or you can email me, commander@RoswellLegion.org. You can call me, 575-268-0220. Pretty much you can drop by. The post is located at 200 North Pennsylvania.
Mm-hmm.
We have Suite 216 upstairs is where our offices are.
We got sodas.
We do.
Yeah. If you're not nice, we may give you
We
one.
do. And we seem to have heating and air conditioning unit now.
We do. We got our new, that's all in. We just got to finish painting it over.
Yeah,
we're looking good.
Yeah, again, Don kicking butt there doing that too.
Yeah, well, Don's the chairman of our house committee, but he's also the chairman of our memory lawn committee.
Absolutely. So, did we get it all for this time?
I think we got more than we needed.
There you go, and then some. But that's what I
That's
get.
the way we do it here.
I get more. You get
Shout it out.
Roll.
You get bad stories whether you want them or not.
That's right.
I haven't got my Mike Winters fun fact yet.
I don't know if we'll have time here. Let's try. We'll see if we can work it in. All right, thanks, guys. We'll see you next week. Okay. It is 8:52. Let's do quick news and business update and commercial break. Don't go away.
Now for a Pecos Valley News Update. I'm Jared Sorello. Chavez County deputies made a traffic stop on South Atkinson near East Poe. According to Sheriff Mike Harrington, the driver concealed his identity. It was eventually learned the man had 2 warrants out for magistrate court for failure to pay fines. He was eventually arrested. The Sheriff Canine Felix alerted on the vehicle. A search warrant was obtained, and sure enough, drugs were found in the vehicle, according to the statement from Sheriff Harrington. New Mexico oil and gas regulators are looking to fund funding to help clean up pollution. The Energy, Minerals, and Natural Resource Department recently presented a requested budget to the State Senate Finance Committee. They're asking for a 16% increase in funding. And students in Hagerman and Dexter were returning to their classrooms today. But there is clearly a watchful eye on the COVID-19 situation. Hagerman switched to remote learning January 12th. Dexter did the same the next day. You're up to date. I'm Jared Cirillo.
I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton with your Pecos Valley weather. We've got cool temperatures coming up today with our high staying in the mid-50s, but it should be fair with plenty of sunshine. Overnight, a cold front gets here. We'll drop into the low 20s, and we may pick up a snow shower or two. And then tomorrow, maybe an early snow shower, but turning sunny in the afternoon and colder with our high staying in the upper 30s. A little bit warmer by Friday. That's your latest forecast. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton.
With the SRN News Business Report, I'm Bill Alexander. AT&T and Verizon will delay launching new wireless service near key airports after the nation's largest airline said the service would interfere with aircraft technology and cause widespread flight disruptions. The decision from the companies came Tuesday as the Biden administration tried to broker a settlement over a rollout of the new 5G service. Puerto Rico's nearly 5-year bankruptcy battle is ending after a federal judge on Tuesday signed a plan that slashes the U.S. territory's public debt load as part of a restructuring and allows the government to start repaying creditors. The plan marks the largest municipal debt restructuring in U.S. history and was approved following a grueling bargaining effort. On Wall Street, the Dow down 543 points, the Nasdaq down 386, and the S&P 500 dropped 85 points. With the SRN News Business Report, I'm Bill Alexander in Washington.
Get ready for the blowout. The New Year vehicle blowout is on now at Roswell Honda. Roswell Honda is so sure you're going to love your next ride, they're giving you a $2,240 incentive towards down payment. That means you can drive away today in a 2015 Nissan Rogue for just $234 a month, a 2013 Mazda 2 for only $145 a month, or an 01 Honda Odyssey for only $95 a month. Get a Bluetooth speaker and a 12-pack just for stopping by, and a free car vacuum with purchase. The blowout is on at Roswell Honda, 2177 West 2nd.
Having trouble keeping up with the conversation? Here on Earth Hearing Center can help. Here on Earth is locally owned and operated and have been serving Southeast New Mexico since 1955. Let their experience help you with a free hearing assessment. If you do need a hearing device, they will guide you through every step of the process. They accept all types of insurance, including Medicaid, and all of their devices are made right here in the USA. Call and schedule your appointment today, 575-622-0375, or come by 2800 North Main, Suite 2, across from Target in Roswell. Here on Earth Hearing Center, get back in the conversation.
Fergie's Plumbing and Heating now has financing available through One Main Financial. Let Fergie's keep your house warm all winter long. Call 622-2260 today. And when you get a new HVAC unit from Fergie's, you get a $50 Cattle Baron gift card on them. Fergie's Plumbing and Heating, 622-2260.
This whole wall needs to be shelving too. This is a focal point in our restaurant.
Leilani's new restaurant will have the largest wine cellar in the city. She needs a robust sommelier with notes of procurement manager.
3 sections for France? I mean, this is the biggest
Indeed can help her hire great people fast.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. Instant Match instantly connects you with quality candidates whose resumes on Indeed match your sponsored job description. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
We're planning a trip to Spain later this year.
But our Spanish is...
It's pretty bad. So we're using Babbel.
Babbel's conversation-based method teaches you real-life words and phrases. And with Babbel's interactive, bite-sized lessons, you'll remember what you learned.
There's no easier way to learn another language.
Ahora hablamos español.
He just said now we speak Spanish.
Babbel, language for life. Now try Babbel for free. Just go to Babbel.com. That's Babbel.com.
Here's a Mornings with Mike Winters fun fact. Alaska is the only state name that can be typed on one row of keys. Go ahead and try typing the other 49 states. We'll wait. Here's Mike Winters.
And good morning. It is closing in on 8:58. Stay tuned next hour. We're going to have Joe from the Roswell Elks Lodge join us. He's got an event happening here on the 22nd. And I ain't going to lie, I'm not sure exactly what it is. We're going to have to learn about this one together. I can tell you what it's called, but that doesn't answer your question. The event's called the Mortgage Burning Dedication and Tribute to Ray Tiger Green. They're going to have a ceremony that begins at 4 o'clock that's open to the public. And then they'll follow that with a special dinner, dance, and silent auction. The dance will begin at 8. And I ain't going to lie, I'm reading the list of foods. Brisket, barbecue ribs, garlic butter linguine and wine sauce, oysters on the half shell, and peel your own shrimp, all for $25 per person. I like shrimp. I like ribs, brisket. Yeah, all those are good food. So, and then they've got a couple of guest speakers. So I think we're going to learn together what the tribute to Ray Tiger Green's about, and why we're burning mortgages. But I'm curious. I'm very curious. But it's all the Oaks Lodge event that's happening here on the 22nd, which I believe is a Saturday here. So we'll learn together. There's something else I was going to mention that just completely slipped off my radar here. I know. Here. Mark this date on your calendars. The Saturday, February 19th, the Roswell Kiwanis and the Roswell Community Little Theater are having a fundraiser concert. Ted Vigil, who looks, and better yet, sounds like John Denver. I mean, this is Ted Vigil for those watching the picture or watching the video here. And I swear, if you would have told me that looks like John Denver, that guy is going to be here on February 19th for 2 shows. Get tickets. I got to go. Get tickets right now, RoswellTheater.com. All right, you listen to 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM, KEND, Roswell, New Mexico. Town Hall News next.
News this hour from townhall.com. I'm Rich Thomason. It's something he doesn't do very often. President Biden holds a news conference today. This one will mark the start of his second year in office.
On the eve of his one-year anniversary, the president will face reporters in the East Room and their questions about his handling of the pandemic, the economy, and new threats from Russia. This afternoon's press conference also comes at a low political point for Mr. Biden. His approval ratings are low, inflation is at a 40-year high, and his legislative agenda is stalled in Congress. Greg Clugston, Washington.
The University of Michigan agrees to a $490 million settlement with hundreds of people who say they were sexually assaulted by a former school doctor.
Attorney Parker Steiner says 1,050 survivors will share in the settlement, which was confirmed by the university. Dr. Robert Anderson worked there from 1966 until 2003. He was director of health services and a physician for multiple athletic teams, including football.
Correspondent Julie Walker reports Anderson died in 2008. So far, no reports of any problems from the rollout of 5G mobile phone technology near American airports. There are concerns could interfere with sensitive instruments on some aircraft. UK aviation safety expert Captain Mike Vivian confident of a solution soon.
I suspect that the industry in the United States and the manufacturers and the regulator will solve this, if not by more buffer zones, by introducing better equipment on the aircraft or modifying that equipment on those aircraft which are affected.
With COVID infections leveling off across large parts of England, face masks will no longer be mandatory in public places and in schools. On Wall Street, the Dow down 32 points, the NASDAQ 5 points in the red. More on these stories at townhall.com.
Let's ring in the new year by checking off an important to-do. Your old videotapes and photos are fading as each year passes. VCRs are becoming extinct, and the clock is ticking to save your family's most cherished memories. Hi, I'm Adam Baselogger.
And I'm Nick Mako. We started Legacy Box to help you preserve your captured moments by converting all your videotapes, photos, and even film reels into perfectly preserved digital files.
Legacy Box is the easiest resolution to do and can be done in minutes. Just fill your Legacy Box, send it in, and we'll send it back with your memories perfectly preserved.
Legacy Box is the world's largest digitizer of home movies and photos. All the work is done right here in the USA, and over 1 million customers have trusted Legacy Box.
Let's kick off the new year right by rescuing your memories that haven't been watched or enjoyed in years.
Order your Legacy Box today.
Go to legacybox.com/LBox for 40% off your Legacy Box. That's legacybox.com/LBox for 40% off. legacybox.com/LBox.
Israel's prime minister expressing doubts about a nuclear deal with Iran during a speech in Switzerland. We get the latest from the Media Line's Michael Friedson.
Israeli Prime Minister Naftali Bennett has warned world leaders assembled in Davos, Switzerland, that the result of a nuclear deal providing Iran with billions of dollars will be what he called terror on steroids. Bennett has picked up the gauntlet of former Prime Minister Netanyahu, trying as his predecessor did to convince world powers that rather than prevent the Iranians from building nuclear weapons, any deal like the one put forth by President Obama in 2015 and scrapped by President Trump in 2018 will accelerate and assure that the Iranians will perfect rather than prevent nuclear weapons. Israel has declared it will stand alone rather than be party to any agreement. I'm Michael Friedson, Town Hall News, Jerusalem.
News and analysis at themedialine.org and townhall.com. He was said to be the world's oldest man.
Guinness World Records says Saturnino de la Fuente is dead at the age of 112. A spokesman says the elderly gentleman passed away at home in Leon in northwest Spain. He was born February 11th, 1909. He was a cobbler who survived the Spanish flu pandemic, went on to marry, have 8 children, 14 grandchildren, and 22 great-grandchildren. Jason Walker reporting.
The French Senate has voted in favor of banning the wearing of headscarves in sports competitions, arguing that neutrality is a requirement on the field of play, stipulating that the wearing of conspicuous religious symbols is prohibited. Take part in events and competitions organized by sports federations. More on these stories at townhall.com.
What in the wide world of sports is going on here?
I promise you, whatever scum did this, not one man in this force will rest for 1 minute until he's behind bars. Now let's grab a bite to eat. Yeah, come on.
Feel the hot wind on my shoulder and the touch of a world that is older. I hit the switch and check the number. I leave it on and then I slumber. I hear the rhythm ringing through it. Flamenco guitar and cumbia music. I hear the talking of the DJ. The travel listen, what does he say? I'm on a Mexican radio. I'm on a Mexican
Broadcasting live from high atop the J.P. White Building in downtown Roswell, New Mexico. It's Mornings with Mike Winters on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM.
Is that what I sound like when I talk?
Now, here's your host, Mike Winters.
And good morning. It is 6 minutes after 9 o'clock. Welcome to hour number 3.
Tracing Journals.
Mornings with Mike Winters, right here on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM. Happy Wednesday.
Yes, sir.
Wednesdays are going to drag that of out forever. I'm just going to go, and then just,
just end it.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Everyone cheers when Buffer does it real long. Why can't I do it?
Exactly. You can make it your thing.
I could.
Yeah.
He's the of guy.
Yeah. It's I pick up on a lot of those like specific announcers, and I adopt their things. I'm not sure if you're allowed to or not, but so when
I think we all do that.
When Michael Jordan used to be announced into the arena when the Bulls would play back in the day, they would always say he was from North Carolina. So for some reason, every time I see North Carolina, I have to say it like that. Ever since then, North Carolina.
I get that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, it's just like earlier when we were talking about the songs.
Yeah.
And,
it keeps you warmed up.
It's the River of Lights.
To be able to know that I can just at any point in time just go into a voice or said voice.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, I was looking at things I should be looking at.
Your Uber Eats driver is lost, right? I understand.
Sorry, I did a bad thing. I shouldn't be doing that.
He'll find his way.
That's right. Where's my tasty morsels of things? By the way, they weren't as impressed that I kept the MRE spoon.
No?
Like I showed them and said, look, MRE spoon.
I got to imagine he's probably got himself a drawer full of those too.
No, he was like, bad memories. Keep that mojo away.
Ah, no, I understand.
See, they are older than me, So they had even the worst sets of MREs.
Yeah, like K-rashes.
Yeah, they probably had a few of those in there. And, me, I got... Now, mine wasn't as modern as, say, those tacos. But those spaghetti, that was right in that same area. It was... that was very reminiscent of the type of MREs I ate.
I watched a video after we did that. Just kind of, it was a 2-part video about kind of what goes into making it, or into making MREs, like the science, like the research behind it. They were in the test kitchen for a while, and then the second half of the video was the nutrition science and like the stuff that, because they don't put a lot of preservatives in there, but the shelf life they have to maintain for 3 years.
Yeah,
that's the standard shelf life of an MRE. But it was really one of the things I noticed is they kept bringing up specific ones: chili mac and pizza. I've never seen. Well, I've seen chili mac. I've never tried the chili mac.
I've had chili mac,
but that was like the one they kept referencing. Was like that's like the go-to flavor. But the pizza that
I've never had the pizza. That was before my time.
It looked like
or pizza was after my time.
And I'm sure that it was like this when you were coming up too, like in school. Do you remember school pizza? The big rectangle?
Yeah, with a puddle of grease in the middle.
It looked just like that, only thicker. Like it was like that pizza, but on that like breadstick stuff.
Yeah,
it didn't look thoroughly pleasant.
Well, yeah, because I was not a fan of that breadstick. I mean, even when I put a mound of spaghetti on it, it made it edible. But yeah, I tried it by myself.
It's just not the right consistency.
Yeah, it's got a weird mouthfeel to it. It's kind of like...
It doesn't have a crunch like a cracker, and it doesn't have a bite like bread. It's just a completely different...
It's like eating Melba toast that someone poured water on.
Can't tell you what it's like. What it reminded me of was like a flavorless or not very good flavored Oreo cakester. You remember those from back? Actually, they're back now. They brought them back recently, but kind of like that. Just that mouthfeel, like spongy at first.
Yeah.
But then like... And it just disintegrated.
I have a comparison, but it's not a very good one that most people get. And it's because when I was in the Boy Scouts, we'd eat more MRE, or not MREs, but actually dehydrated meals that were civilian versions that were actually a little bit more flavorful. They don't have to last for 3 years and all that stuff. They're different demands.
Yeah.
But anyway, they would come with, like, in your lunch kits, they would be like a chicken spread or a tuna spread. And they would put them on these things called pilot biscuits.
Okay.
And they were very much like those, except fresher. They were thinner and a little fresher, but they had the same consistency. It worked well with the tuna and chicken salad spreads or even cheese. But that one was a little weird.
Yeah.
I was not a fan of that. And I wouldn't want to eat a pizza like that.
It did also seem odd that they gave us spreadables and nothing to put the spread on. Like... That cheese sauce was god awful on that taco.
Yeah, it was not.
It was meant for like a cracker.
Yeah,
that was basically like a handy snacks style cheese. It was meant for a cracker.
Yeah,
but yeah, they didn't. It was almost like they put the kit together wrong or something.
Yeah, and I think part of it too is like you save parts of it. Like you may in the field, you're out there and you stop for a minute. You may eat, say, the main course, but you didn't have time to mess with the biscuits. And
yeah, it's like an extra
there
thing
in your rucksack,
like the gorp.
Yeah, so in your rucksack, you just have like these cheese and peanut butters, and so then you got a few minutes.
I guess you could just squeeze it out of the pouch.
Good, but in theory, is you save the crackers or whatever for later and have them when you got time to do some of that.
Right.
It's ideal that you could eat any part of it or any of it by literally opening a bag and chewing on it.
Right.
And sitting in a foxhole or whatever and chewing on it. That's is it built for taste? Not necessarily.
It's the military. It's efficient.
Yes. It is fuel for the fighting machine, and that's what it is. And sometimes it doesn't taste bad. Sometimes not so good.
Fuel.
Tackling fuel. Bobby Beauchamp's tackling fuel.
Tackling fuel. By the way, this is completely off topic, but so I can't remember his name offhand now. What was the wrestler? Yeah, I know who the wrestler was. It was the giant Paul White, aka the Big Show, in Waterboy. What was his name though? The wrestler's name?
Captain Insano.
Captain Insano.
Captain
so here's
Insano.
why I bring it up. So I'm a huge fan of AEW. They last year, Big Show Paul White basically quit WWE, went over to AEW. They're optioning. They optioned the trademark for Captain Insano.
Have they?
They're going to they want to introduce Paul Paul White as the Captain Insano character, both in the kayfabe storylines of wrestling, but also, and this is way more exciting, in the upcoming AEW console game.
Okay.
Which means you can play as Captain Insano. That makes me so happy.
You know what? Only thing would be better is like the Water Boy was like his manager.
Right. You know what? And Tony Khan's got that kind of money. If we could just get Sandler for just for like a couple
to voice
appearances,
a couple things to do his Bobby Boucher, and yeah, I think it'd be fine.
There was some that they said he was nothing, but I knew.
Captain Insano just needs some quality H2O.
Captain Insano, he just needs that water. I'm coming, Captain Insano.
He just runs down to the ring.
And then occasionally he like if it's a tag team job or something, the other guy's over there, he just does a and just like pile drives somebody.
Pile drives him or just drop kicks him.
Yeah. I would love that. I'd play that.
Yeah.
So anyway,
you
work
have to
on
get
that.
Sandler. Just get someone Sandler adjacent.
Yeah. For that matter, get
Schneider. Rob Schneider. He's got nothing going on these days.
You can do it.
Yeah.
Kathy Bates, for that matter.
Oh, there you go.
And the Fonz.
Now, if you want to bury the character, sure.
Kathy Bates and the Fonz.
Yeah, there you go.
And the girlfriend.
I was about to say, Henry Winkler's got nothing going on. He's still alive, right?
Yeah, Henry Winkler's
okay.
Last thing I saw him do was
I just don't know anymore.
There was a show that came on like right just before COVID, and it was a show with Henry Winkler, Terry Bradshaw, George Foreman, William Shatner.
Was this a sitcom?
No.
Oh,
it was these guys. I'm thinking there's one more in there too. They basically all go to Europe and act like fools, and they go around sightseeing and everything. And it's Henry Winkler, Terry Bradshaw. I feel like I'm missing somebody. Henry.
It was called like Old Guys or something. Like that.
Yeah. William Shatner was in their group.
Hang on.
But I feel like I'm missing Foreman. But I feel like I'm missing somebody. Like there's another guy that was part of it. I just don't remember. But yeah, that was the last thing I saw the Fonz in. So
better late than never.
That's the one.
Yep.
That's the show.
It was Henry Winkler, William Shatner, Terry Bradshaw, George Foreman, and Jeff Dye, who's a comic. Leave their assistants and limousines
Shatner was involved
behind.
with that too.
Yeah, I thought I said Shatner.
Oh, you did? I missed it.
Yeah, Henry Winkler, William Shatner. Okay. Leave their assistants and limousines behind as they embark on an international adventure in hope of having a life-changing experience. They navigate Tokyo, Kyoto, Seoul, Hong Kong,
That's pronounced
Bangkok,
Seoul.
and Chiang Mai, taking part in local traditions and trying exotic foods.
See, the one I saw was they were in Europe, so they were doing a lot of like Scottish stuff and Italian and Greek and all that kind of thing. So, but anyway,
watch old out of touch dudes try new and exciting things.
Ask me if he's still got Roy Orbison's tattoo on his. Well, Mama don't know. Won't hurt her. Joe Murphy, we got actual stuff today, this hour. Joe Murphy with our Roswell Elks is going to join us, talking about an event they got coming up here on the 22nd. Like I said, he's going to have to explain. I can tell you what it's called, but I'm not sure all that's involved, other than great food and silent auction and dancing. Past that, I can get that part, but the rest we'll have to give us some information on. So Joe will join us here from the Elks, and we'll talk that here in just a bit. Then we could say, "Hey, Joe."
I was trying to pull it up.
Hey, Joe, what you got going on at the outside?
My Spotify was on different things. It was in the country mindset. So
I need to write the rest of that song. I'll work on that this weekend.
I'm confusing two songs.
Okay.
Because I went and listened to the entirety of Hey Joe. What's the song? I thought it was I thought it was Hey Joe or a Hendrix song, but that song where it just has that breakdown at the end of the stanza of brown, brown, brown. It's just like a 3-note transition upwards. I can't think of the friggin' song, and it's going to drive me nuts.
Does not ring a bell off the top of my head.
Yeah, I know, and you can't really Google it.
Yeah.
That's going to drive me nuts until I hear it again.
To be honest, what you just did sounds like that episode of Married with Children where Al Bundy's walking around going, "Go with him." And everyone's like, I don't know the song.
Fair point. It's going to be one of those, like, 3 years later, I'm still going to be, like, tearing hairs out, like, what was the song? Flipping through classic radio, just trying to find it.
Well, one day it'll hit you like a ton of bricks.
Hey, Joe.
It's 9:18. Let's get you up to date on the weather. Wish I had better news, but I don't.
I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton with your Pecos Valley weather. We've got cool temperatures coming up today with our high staying in the mid-50s, but it should be fair with plenty of sunshine. Overnight, a cold front gets here. We'll drop into the low 20s, and we may pick up a snow shower or two. And then tomorrow, maybe an early snow shower, but turning sunny in the afternoon and colder with our high staying in the upper 30s. A little bit warmer by Friday. That's your latest forecast. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton.
Thank you, Steve. Currently 48 degrees here in Roswell. Humidity is at 32%. Winds picking up a bit out of the north 21, gusting to 30 miles per hour. Expect sunny skies today. Highs near 56. That's our high today. Tonight, we've got a 20% chance of some snow showers, but after 2 in the morning. Mostly cloudy, chilly. Overnight low at 24 with northeast winds at around 10 miles per hour. Tomorrow's going to be cold and not pleasant. There's a 20% chance of snow showers before 11 tomorrow. For the day, partly cloudy, high of only 38. East winds 5 to 10 miles per hour. Tomorrow night, mostly clear. Overnight low of 16 degrees with south winds at around 5 miles per hour. Friday, sunny, high of around 51, so a little bit warmer. South winds 5 to 10. Saturday, another moisture potential day. We're looking at a 20% chance of snow showers before 11, then a chance at rain after that. Partly cloudy, high of 46 on Saturday. Saturday night, partly cloudy, overnight low of 21. And then Sunday, we're looking at sunny skies, a high of 53, and sunny 60 on Monday of next week. All right, it is 20 minutes after 9 o'clock. Let's go ahead and take a quick commercial break. And then Joe Murphy with our Roswell Elks Lodge 969 going to join us here on the other side. Don't go away.
Hi, I'm Dennis Kintai, Mayor of Roswell. Since becoming mayor in 2014, we've accomplished a lot. We've cleaned out numerous derelict structures that spoil our neighborhoods. We've constructed a state-of-the-art aquatic center. We have built 2 new splash pads in city parks for families to enjoy. We have invested over $25 million to revitalize our air center. During the COVID-19 pandemic, the city of Roswell has stayed open and free while we work to ensure everyone's safety. Today, we are under attack from those trying to impose Santa Fe values on our way of life. I will always fight to keep Roswell values front and center. We've done a lot, but there's more to be done. I'm asking you to vote to keep me, Dennis Kintai, as your mayor on March 1st. Together, we can keep Roswell free. This is Dennis Kintai, and I approve of this ad.
Have you been dealing with stress or anxiety lately? Don't let that stop you from getting the dental work done that you know needs to happen. Hi, this is Dr. Sarah Usher with Carabelli Dental, and every day we help people just like you have a relaxing and pain-free experience with IV sedation. Just imagine a dental experience where you don't remember the needles or the drills. If that's what you're looking for, we can help. Let us ease your stress and create the best dental experience ever.
Come see the team at Carabelli Dental at the corner of 9th and Main or call 622-4455. Coming to the Ocotillo Performing Arts Center in Artesia, New Mexico, Thursday, February 3rd, the Sons of the Pioneers. Like generations of fans who have enjoyed their unique style of music, you'll be amazed at their musicianship, mesmerized by their unique vocal harmonies, and laugh at their humor. The Smithsonian Institute has named the Sons of the Pioneers as national treasures, and 2 of their signature songs, Tumblin' Tumbleweeds and Cool Water, are in the Grammy Hall of Fame. They'll take you to the great American West in songs of prairies, canyons, night herds, gunfighters, horses, and wide open spaces. If you like the West and the American cowboy, you're gonna love this show. Sons of the Pioneers, live in concert February 3rd at the Ocotillo Performing Arts Center. Tickets are only $35 for adults. Children K through 12 are only $25. For seat and selection and ticket purchasing, log on to ArtesiaArtsCouncil.com. Paid for by Artesia Lodgers Tax.
It's a celebration. The Roswell Nissan New Year Savings Event is on. It's 2022 and time for a new ride. Hi, this is Mikey Reeves, new general manager at Roswell Nissan. Come celebrate with us and save big on new 2021 and 2022 Nissan Titans, Altimas, and Sentras. Plus, during Roswell Nissan's New Year celebration, get payments as low as $83 a month and top dollar for your trade-in. It's a New Year celebration at Roswell Nissan's New Year Savings Event, but hurry in. All offers end January 31st.
This is John.
Hey, my name is John Jackson.
He's not some actor. He's a steward of the land with a John Deere 3 Series tractor and a PTO Quick Connect that hooks up rear implements with a single click. John runs with us because to him, there's nothing more important than connecting with the land. Nothing runs like a Deere. Hear John's story at Deere.com.
Stop by Pecos Valley Equipment in Artesia and Roswell, or visit us online at pecosvalleyequipment.com.
Here's a Mornings with Mike Winters fun fact. The Procrastinators Club of America newsletter is called Last Month's Newsletter. Their first newsletter should be released any day now. Here's Mike Winters.
And good morning. It is 23 minutes after 9 o'clock, and joining us in studio this morning from our local Roswell Elks Lodge here, post 969, Joe Murphy back with us. Morning, Joe.
Good morning. How are you?
Doing great. How was the holidays for you?
Pretty good, pretty fast. I slept through New Year's. Woke up a whole different year.
Well, you probably did it the right way then, yeah. I'm guessing. So, before we talk about the event this weekend, just kind of give, Elks Lodge, the Benevolent Order of the Elks is it international or national?
That's national.
National organization,
yeah.
and
it's strictly American.
Yeah, and they do a lot of great things, and I think a lot of people have heard of the Elks, but may not really know what the Elks are. So maybe we should start there and just give a little bit of what the Elks are.
It's a charitable organization, a patriotic organization, strictly American. We dabble into all kinds of different charities, veterans. Scholarships,
lots of kids,
yeah.
Law
so
enforcement.
we kind of got our hand in everything.
Yeah, but it's a service organization.
Yes.
Obviously, like other service organizations, come for camaraderie and companionship and friends and things, and making those connections. But at the same time, it's a group of individuals that want to serve our community. So, and that's what it is. So, on that note, if you'd like to come and be a part of some Elks festivities here on Saturday, the 22nd, the title needs some explaining. It's a mortgage burning ceremony and tiger dedication, and it's a ceremony. Public. Is this a?
Yes, it's open to the public.
Is this an Elks ceremonial thing, or is this part of the?
It is in our ritual.
Okay.
As a ongoing, but it doesn't happen too often because it's not too often that you get a chance to burn your actual mortgage. And, go on to. What this does is it opens us up to being able to do more charity for the community.
I got you.
Now that we got rid of that big heavy.
Okay, so it's a symbolism kind of burn the mortgage, and now we're free to serve others. We've taken care of our needs. We're ready to serve others. Kind of mentality.
Yes.
Perfect. Okay. Because I was thinking, like, people don't bring you mortgages and burn it and then expect,
No. If they
to be free and clear.
I guess we could burn it for them if they really want
a symbolic thing. And, hey, maybe that's it. Maybe you're thinking, I paid this baby off. Let's have some fun with the Elks here. But the ceremony will begin this Saturday, and it'll be at the Elks Lodge here, I'm assuming.
Over there at 1720 North Montana, and it will begin sharp at 4 o'clock.
4 p.m. sharp, and so kind of give us the flow of what's happening in ceremony and how everything happens.
We'll do the ceremony, and also we'll have some speakers in. We have some big names as far as the Elks go. We have our state sponsor coming in. He's over our state and a couple other states.
Okay.
He's a past Grand Exalted Ruler, which is a past national president.
Gotcha.
So
the head person in charge.
When he comes in, we'll roll out the carpets and make sure that he is well taken.
Where's he from? Just got
Texas.
Texas. Okay.
No, he's from Colorado.
Colorado.
Yes.
Okay. So he's probably chewed some dirt around this area.
Yeah, he's been through here before.
Okay. Very good.
And then next on the list is Rick Calloway, who's our state special rep, Grand Exalted Ruler.
Okay.
So he's kind of like right underneath our Honorable John Amon.
Gotcha.
And he's also the Grand Lodge Grand Esteemed Lecturing Knight.
Okay.
So he's one of the kind of hierarchy of the Grand Lodge.
Okay, I gotcha.
So yeah, he'll be there, and then we also have our past state president, John Holbrook.
Okay.
Who's also a Grand Lodge committeeman. He's from Alamogordo. Rick here is right from here in Roswell.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So they won't have to travel far to be a part of this event.
But John will. John Amon, he'll be coming in from Colorado. He's flying in.
But you definitely want to check out their wisdom and hear what they have to say, and kind of maybe send you a message of service and hope, and what I think it sounds like now. The more I'm hearing about this, it sounds like January is the perfect time to do this thing, and I don't know if that's by design. I'm sure it is.
It was. We actually had this thing planned over a year ago, but because of everything, we couldn't get it.
Yeah, COVID in the world.
That really put a damper on some major moving forward with some stuff. But we are at the point now. We're
ready to do it.
Yeah.
But I just think when we think of new and change and trying to better ourselves and better our families, this event sounds very much like
it is. It's like a breath of fresh air.
Affirmation of that. Yeah. So I think if public would love to come out, especially if you're thinking I want to be a part of a service organization. I'm looking. Maybe this is an opportunity for you to check out the Elks Lodge here on Saturday. Come and see if maybe you're becoming an elk might be your ticket to being a better steward of our community and a better server of our community.
Well, a lot of people don't realize it's not really as difficult to become an elk as it has been. Many back 100 years ago. You had to know somebody really well.
I remember. Well, and this is, and I think I told you this last time you're on. When I grew up, I was involved in Boy Scouts and scouting, and our local Boy Scout troop was sponsored by our local Elks Lodge there in Maryland. And so I kind of saw a little bit behind the curtain of how the Elks operate and things, because as our Boy Scout troop, they sponsored us, but we would in turn, like when they have events and things, we'd serve as, like Flag Day ceremony. Every year the Elks would do a big Flag Day ceremony.
And we had the Boy Scouts out there.
Yeah, and our troop was involved in that. Sometimes they'd have fundraising events. Like I grew up in Maryland, so they do like crab dinners and stuff. And so we'd bust tables and help. But I got to see some of the ceremonies and some of the pageantry that's part of a member of the Elk. I didn't quite understand it all. But I got a chance to see some of that. But you're right. Back then, it was kind of stringent, kind of very exclusive to become a member. You just couldn't roll up and say, I want to be a member. That's actually, like you're saying now, that's a lot different now.
Even the Grand Lodge, you could go on to the Grand Lodge right now and put in an interest form. And somebody from our lodge will get in touch with you, and we'll sit with you, and we'll talk to you. And it's a lot easier to become a member than it used to be.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's the basic requirements, if you don't mind me asking?
Well, you have to be over 21.
Okay.
You have to be an American citizen.
Okay.
You have to believe in God.
Okay.
And that's pretty much the.
So an adult.
And you have to be free from all felonies. You can't be a felon. And,
gotcha. So clean criminal record, American, adult, and love of God, and guess what? And that's probably fits the bill for most of us around here. There's a lot of folks that fit that bill. So, and I'll tell you this too: it's not all work. There's a lot of fun and a lot of camaraderie.
You wind up growing attached to a lot of people. They become like your family.
Sure, you're building a family. Exactly is what you're doing here, and so. Maybe come out Saturday. Come out to the mortgage burning and dedication tribute to Ray Tiger Green. By the way, I need to ask about that.
Ray Tiger Green.
Yeah,
I'll tell you, if it wasn't for him, we would have probably shut down.
Okay.
Because it was him that left us the money to pay off the mortgage.
So Ray is
Ray's the man of the hour.
All right.
Yes.
We will have
that was his nickname, Tiger.
We will have some ribs in his name.
Yeah. He was actually he wrote some books about Chaves County and different things in history, and he's a very interesting guy.
Okay.
I would sit with him. I kind of get lost because he was so smart. It was hard to keep up.
Yeah,
but
I get that.
I tried.
Yeah, I get that. I've been in rooms with people like that, and I'm like, yeah, this guy's forgotten more than I know.
Yeah. So we'll be dedicating a part of one of our rooms in the lodge to him.
Oh, great!
So that his memory will live on.
Okay.
And
that's cool. I like that.
Yeah. Our New Mexico state president, vice president, president-elect, they're all coming in.
Okay.
So we'll have.
So it's kind of a who's who of the Elks in New Mexico will also be on hand for this event too. It's a big deal.
It is a big deal for us.
For Elks members and things, and a great opportunity for the public to come see a little bit about what the Elks do, and then of course, Of course, they're going to have a little shindig afterwards with dinner and dance and all that. But
yeah, unfortunately,
that's the Elks members.
Yeah, that's for Elks members, their families, and whoever. If the Elks sign you in as a guest, one of their friends.
But I think if you're looking to say, hey, I'm looking to be a part of something, come out to the public ceremony at 4:00 Saturday and witness it, and then talk to some of the Elks members there, and maybe we can start the process this weekend of you becoming a part of the benevolent Order of the Elks.
Yeah, it's great.
Absolutely. That's, because there's strength in numbers, and that's all. That's always a good thing. When you got good people doing good things, it always gets a lot better when there's a lot more of them doing it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's a lot easier. It's a lot funnier and a lot more.
Sure. How's just curious, like updates with because I know a lot of people know the Elks for the pool and that kind of stuff. How's all that been going for you guys with COVID and dealing with all that?
We did have the pool open this year, and we did very well out there. We are trying our best to figure out a way to get the pool on site over at the Elks, but unfortunately it costs a lot of money.
Yeah.
So right now we're going with what we have.
Sure.
And we have the pool out there. It's been there generation after generation, and we have all
it's
those
a staple.
Elks.
Yeah, it's a Roswell staple.
Yeah, and they did very well. We had our golf tournaments, and between the both of them, they raised over $50-something thousand.
Good. So you guys have been able to do stuff.
We're at the point right now with the golf tournaments where we are over $600,000.
Awesome. Hence the mortgage burning, doing this and start putting to good use some of the money here for people in need in our community. Yeah. How about nationally with because I know and I think we've talked about this on the radio. One of the things nationally Elks do is their big 3-point basketball.
Oh yeah, the hoop shoot.
The hoop shoot. Is that? I'm sure that got put on hiatus with COVID and stuff.
It was difficult to try to get that pulled together this year.
Gotcha.
There were a few lodges within the state that did get it pulled together, but the logistics of it and everything, it did turn into a little bit of a hassle to try to do it this year.
Yeah, I would imagine with COVID and everything, there's so many barriers. But I'm guessing as the world loosens up here a little bit more, which it'll happen at some point, we'll get that thing full fire back up. At some point, somebody's going to get tired of this at some point.
Yeah. I think one of the countries absolutely said, you know what, we're done with the whole COVID thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't remember which country. It was somewhere nice, too.
Yeah. And they're probably doing just fine. You know what I mean? They're probably doing just fine.
Yeah.
It's science, and that's a whole nother conversation for another day. But I do want to put this on people's radar. This Saturday, January 22nd, 4 p.m., coming out to the Elks Lodge there on Montana. What's the actual address number?
It's 1720 North Montana.
1720. I'm bad at addresses. I'm like, over by the... Yeah.
It's right over there by, what is that place over there? The senior center?
Yes, exactly. Come on out. The ceremony will begin at 4 p.m. You don't have to bring your mortgages. You can leave them at home. Come be a part. Like I said, you're going to get to hear some great guest speakers, including some national leadership in the Elks organization here, all the way down to state and local level leadership here as part of it. But this will be giving you a chance to learn a little bit more about what the Elks are about, but also use this as an opportunity to kind of refresh your commitment to our community and to our service, and saying, hey. Because that's really what this is about. It's like saying we've taken care of business. Now we're ready to go out and see who we can help and who we can serve and who we can do better for the way God wants us to do. So come on, be a part of it. So 4:00. Is there come as you are kind of thing, or is it a little bit formal, or what's dressed?
For the people that are in the ceremony, and of course a lot of the Elks will be dressed
informal
up
attire. Yeah.
But as far as the public, as long as they don't come in looking really bad, I'm not going to throw them out.
Gotcha. If you're wearing a clean pair of shirts and dress or something, you're good to go.
But it's a very special ceremony for us.
Yes.
So it would be.
You guys dress to the nines, but as the public who would like to witness, you're not required. But please dress in something that you won't get kicked out of church.
That's the nice way of saying it. Yeah.
Put it this way: if your parents would look at you and go, "What are you doing? You ain't going out of the house with that," then put that back in the closet and put something else on. Is there any, like I said, if folks want some more information, if you actually what I did, Google, if you do Facebook, just Google Roswell Elks, and you'll see the the local Elks Lodge post, their Facebook page will pop right up. If you click it, you can like and follow it if you want, and that way you can read more about this event and read more about what else the Elks have going on here around in our community.
Yeah, we have our Facebook page, Roswell Elks Lodge number 969, and we also have our state website. Anybody can go on to there.
Okay.
And we also have elks.org, which is our national website.
site, and that can get you in touch with anything.
Trust me, you'll find an answer somewhere along the line of whatever your question is.
That might be a good read for you if you're trying to see kind of the big picture of what Elks are about and what kind of things they get involved with. Go to the elks.org here.
Just last year, I think our reported numbers were in the billions as far as how much
that's great.
We contributed throughout the country.
That's amazing. And, it's great to see. And here's the thing and really Elks don't shout from the top of the roof. You know what I mean?
Well,
they're pretty down low about it.
For many years, we were kind of told, and that was kind of our way of, our inside way of, we didn't brag about stuff.
Sure.
And so that did hurt us quite a bit because people would never knew what we were doing.
But I like that. Be honest, in the big picture, I respect that. I'm like, look, we're not here touting. I mean, yes. It's good to recognize people for doing good work, and that's we all should do that. But I do love that you guys. Yeah, we gave billions, and we didn't tell nobody. We just did it, and because that's the right thing to do. And if you find out about it, then great. If it never gets your radar, then so. But you know what I mean. I love because you're doing it for the right reason. Whenever someone says, "Look, everybody, I'm giving you a bunch of money here," and you're like, "Okay, you're trying to get some shine here."
It should be about a photo opportunity.
Elks like you got a need, we got it. Let's take care of it, and then good luck to you. We appreciate I'm glad we could help out there. So
that's one of the nice things about the Elks too. Whatever, even if it's not on one of our little things, and I say little, but if it's not veterans or youth or. If there's something that you have a passion for, as far as you see the community needs, as far as charitable,
absolutely,
you can always get into that little niche wherever.
Absolutely,
is it niche or niche?
I think it's niche, but if you want to sound like you're a little bit more highfalutin, you go niche just to make you seem like you're impressive.
Yeah.
That's my guess. But yeah, you're right. And I say this on this show all the time. I don't care what your passion is, but find it, whatever it is. And we've got, like I say this every day, we got roughly 50,000 people here. Let's say half of them are adults. If 25,000 people got involved in one organization in this community.
Can you imagine how much charitable work can be done?
Absolutely. And I don't care if it's the Humane Society or the Elks Lodge.
So a lot of people don't know this, but the actual operation of the lodge comes from our restaurant and our other stuff there. And every bit of charity work and all the charity stuff, we don't touch it.
Gotcha.
We don't do that.
That goes to a separate area.
Yeah, we don't take that and use it for changing light bulbs or any of that.
Separate stuff. Compartmentalized funding. So we run this on this funding, and the money that goes to help the community, that's all separated and doesn't get touched.
And if
by
we have
anything
extra money on this side, we throw it on that side anyway. So
gotcha. So you're like, hey, it is. We didn't break as many light bulbs this month. Let's let's throw that over to the other fund.
Yeah.
I got you.
So it works out.
Yeah,
it works out.
Perfect. Is there a phone number if someone wants to talk to someone, other than to really kind of talk face to face either about this weekend's event or just Elks membership in general?
Yep. It's 575-622. 1560.
Very good. And you can call that number, and I'm sure you'll find it at the Elks Facebook page there if you don't.
And you know what? They can send us a message on Facebook as well. We answer immediately.
Yeah, you get back to them pretty quick. Shoot a message there. It's a great way to do it. But then again, just Brady, just come on out this Saturday. Again, 4 p.m. Everything gets underway at 4.
Yes.
Get there a few minutes
4
before.
o'clock sharp.
So get there probably 3:45, 3:40. Make sure you can get a good seat and get you good settled in and everything. Because at 4 p.m. on the dot, they're going to get the ceremony underway. It's the mortgage burning dedication and tribute to Ray Tiger Green. Special guests include the Honorable John Amon, the Honorable Rick Calloway, and PSP John Holbrook as well.
As well as our state president, Johnny Hilliard.
Yeah. So, and they're all going to be presenting, talking not only about the Elks and how they are, but that commitment to service and
the mayor will be there as well to speak.
Do a proclamation or dedication or whatever mayors do.
Yeah, he'll be there to do something. Yeah.
Do the mayor stuff. Do the mayor thing. Bombing his keys to cities.
Yeah, he's been always pretty supportive of our charitable work in the neighborhood, in the community.
Yeah, and of course, I would imagine too, if you're hearing this and saying, you know what, I like what the Elks are doing, I like to give them money. Reach out on the Facebook page. I'm sure Joe will get in touch with you on ways that you can
get you in the right direction.
Help you if you would like to help financially as well to keep some of the charities and things that they support going there too. Good deal, Joe. Is there anything I missed?
Not really. I don't think. The state major project for the Elks is cerebral palsy.
Okay,
that's our big deal.
That's your passion project there.
ENF is our national deal where that's where we go to get all scholarships and we do all that work through there.
Okay.
The hoop shoot is under that really, and
Gotcha.
everything kind of. That's the big umbrella.
Gotcha.
You know. Other than that, I think we covered everything.
Good deal.
Yeah.
But like I said, if you want to learn more about it, or come out this Saturday, or definitely check out the local Elks Facebook page here and do reach out. And like I said, if you'd love to be a part of it, come on down. And maybe, and then like you said earlier, if you kind of remember, like when when you were kids and you're thinking, oh, it's really hard to get in now. If commitment to God, commitment to America, and a U.S. citizen, and a clean criminal history, you're pretty good to go. So
yep.
That's it. Awesome. Well, thank you, Joe, and we'll see you here next time, but not sooner. We'd love to anytime you guys have anything to talk about, and I know, like you said, you guys want to keep on the DL about the money, but I think we can tell everybody in that way. Say these guys, look at they don't ask for that. They just want to do good work and move on about their day. So
yeah.
Thanks, Joe. Appreciate you.
Well, thank you, Mike. Thank you for having us.
And anytime, we'll see you next time, okay?
All right, sounds good.
All right, it is 9:45. Let's go ahead and pause for some local news. We'll follow that up with your Hannity update, Chaves County Sports report update as well, and pay some bills for my lunch. So we got to do that. Don't go away. You're listening to Mornings with Mike Winters.
Now for a Pecos Valley news update. I'm Jared Cirillo. Chaves County deputies made a traffic stop on South Atkinson near East Poe. According to Sheriff Mike Harrington, the driver concealed his identity. It was eventually learned the man had 2 warrants out for magistrate court for failure to pay fines. He was eventually arrested. The Sheriff Canine Felix alerted on the vehicle. A search warrant was obtained, and sure enough, drugs were found in the vehicle, according to the statement from Sheriff Harrington. New Mexico oil and gas regulators are looking to fund funding to help clean up pollution. The Energy, Minerals, and Natural Resource Department recently presented a requested budget to the State Senate Finance Committee. They're asking for a 16% increase in funding. And students in Hagerman and Dexter were returning to their classrooms today, but there is clearly a watchful eye on the COVID-19 situation. Hagerman switched to remote learning January 12th. Dexter did the same the next day. You're up to date. I'm Jared Cirillo.
The truth and nothing but. This is the Sean Hannity Morning Minute.
We now have gas prices on average of about $1.50 a gallon. And, that's 20, 30, $35 extra to fill up your tank every time you fill up your tank. You'll pay another $1,000 in all likelihood to heat your home this winter. We've got every item you buy in every store that gets there with an 18-wheeler with diesel in it. Yeah, you're paying more to cover the cost for the higher energy, all artificially caused by Joe Biden. You see the border disaster, the COVID disaster, more dead in 2021 than 2020, running out of tests, running out of therapeutics that we had for 18 months. How do you run out of these things? That literally shocked me.
Keeping you on the straight path. Later today, it's the Sean Hannity Show.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack, but not with ZipRecruiter. Its powerful technology actively finds and invites qualified candidates to apply to your job. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Hey, homeowners, did you know home values in the U.S. have appreciated over 10% on average the past 2 years? If you're looking to get cash out using your equity, but don't want to risk losing your nice low mortgage rate? A Figure home equity line could be perfect for you. With Figure, you can get approved in 5 minutes and get funding in as few as 5 days. Keep your rate low and get cash out using your equity while home values are high. Figure Lending LLC, Equal Opportunity Lender, NMLS 1717824. Terms and conditions apply. Visit figure.com for more information.
I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton with your Pecos Valley weather. We've got cool temperatures coming up today with our high staying in the mid-50s, but it should be fair with plenty of sunshine. Overnight, a cold front gets here. We'll drop into the low 20s, and we may pick up a snow shower or two. And then tomorrow, maybe an early snow shower, but turning sunny in the afternoon and colder with our high staying in the upper 30s. A little bit warmer by Friday. That's your latest forecast. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton.
It's time for the Chavez County Sports Report. Kind of rough last night for the big schools in Roswell as all of the teams that were in action fell victim to their opponents. It was Goddard losing at Clovis by a score of 54-49. Clovis came into the game with a 2-15 record. Goddard is now 8-9 after that loss. They'll get a chance for a redemption right away. They'll host Clovis in their next game. That's tomorrow night. Meanwhile, it was Roswell hosting Artesia in a boys-girls doubleheader. The Artesia girls won the opener of that twin bill, beating Roswell 38-35. Roswell now falls to 9-8 on the season. Their next game will be at Lovington on Friday night. The Roswell boys lose to Artesia 77-59. They'll be playing next against Hobbs, district opener next Tuesday. The Sports Report brought to you by DSI. Call DSI for all your office technology needs. I'm Eric Butler at Roswell's Talk FM 106.5.
With the SRN News Business Report, I'm Rich Thomason. Construction of new homes rose for the third consecutive month in December. Applications for building permits, gauge of future activity, surged as well. Consumer prices in the United Kingdom have risen at the fastest clip in almost 30 years.
Britain's Office for National Statistics says inflation measured by the Consumer Price Index accelerated to 5.4% in the 12 months through December. That's the highest rate since March 1992, when inflation stood at 7.1%. Economists warn that inflation is likely to rise further in coming months as the full impact of a recent surge in energy prices hits consumers.
That's correspondent Jeremy House reporting. Following yesterday's substantial losses, Wall Street opened higher this morning, although by mid-morning, the key averages were mixed. With business, I'm Rich Thomason.
March 1st is the day I've been waiting for.
The Super Bowl is in February, honey.
No, on March 1st, we vote Mayor Kintai out of office.
Isn't that the truth? Roswell can do so much better than Kintai.
You think? On his watch, fees went up everywhere. At the adult center, at the zoo, even at the veteran cemetery.
Not to mention the murder rate has more than doubled the past 4 years. And Kintai proposed that $35 million public safety complex with no plan and no land. Thank goodness we rejected that boondoggle.
Well, luckily, Tim Jennings is running for Roswell mayor.
That's right. Tim's the man for the job.
Tim Jennings is a leader. He served Roswell honorably in the state senate and delivered.
He'll keep taxes and fees low and fight crime by putting more officers on the streets.
Mayor Tim Jennings. I like the sound of that.
Honey, I'm putting Vote for Tim on the calendar for March 1st.
It's a date.
Paid for by Tim Jennings for mayor.
Get ready for the blowout. The New Year Vehicle Blowout is on now at Roswell Honda. Roswell Honda is so sure you're going to love your next ride, they're giving you a $2,240 incentive towards down payment. That means you can drive away today in a 2015 Nissan Rogue for just $234 a month, a 2013 Mazda 2 for only $145 a month, or an 01 Honda Odyssey for only $95 a month. Get a Bluetooth speaker and a 12-pack just for stopping by, and a free car vacuum with purchase. The blowout is on at Roswell Honda, 2177 West 2nd.
What does it mean to be a world-class university? To start, being ranked in the top 2% of universities in the world, and to be the only designated R1 highest research activity university in the state. It's about creating the most opportunities for students. And at the University of New Mexico, we do just that by offering affordable, top-tier education year after year and awarding millions in scholarships to our students. So, what are you waiting for? Apply to UNM at apply.unm.edu.
Times are changing, and today's funerals aren't always the sad and solemn events you might expect.
This is Gabriel Casaus from Lagrone Funeral Chapel. Along with hymns and scriptures, today's funeral services are often filled with fish stories, country songs, and a joke or two, golf clubs and hot rods, favorite recipes, and kitchen disasters. At Lagrone Funeral Chapel, we believe a funeral should reflect your loved one's personality, passion, and sense of humor. When you lose a loved one, we're here, because at Lagrone Funeral Chapel and Crematory, we make it personal.
900 South Main, Roswell.
You want to feel important. You want to be a part of something bigger, something that matters and can help change things. You want to feel like you belong. We know. We felt that way too, and that's why we did something about it. We aren't just Army National Guard soldiers. We are normal people just like you. But our part-time service in the Army National Guard means we get to be more. When our communities are in need, we get the chance to stand up and do something about it. We get to serve in our own region and help the people we call neighbors. Whether they are in the mountains of New Mexico, the plains of Nebraska and Kansas, the ranches of Oklahoma and Texas, the farmlands of Missouri and Arkansas, or the bayous of Louisiana, we are here for our hometowns. And together, we can make a difference. Take on your legacy. Visit NationalGuard.com to find out more.
Sponsored by the New Mexico Army National Guard. Aired by the New Mexico Broadcasters Association and this station.
This whole wall needs to be shelving, too. This is a focal point in our restaurant.
Leilani's new restaurant will have the largest wine cellar in the city. She needs a robust sommelier with notes of procurement manager.
3 sections for France? I mean, this is the biggest
Indeed can help her hire great people fast.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. Instant Match instantly connects you with quality candidates whose resumes on Indeed match your sponsored job description. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
We're planning a trip to Spain later this year.
But our Spanish is...
It's pretty bad. So we're using Babbel.
Babbel's conversation-based method teaches you real-life words and phrases. And with Babbel's interactive, bite-sized lessons, you'll remember what you learned.
There's no easier way to learn another language.
Ahora hablamos español.
He just said, now we speak Spanish.
Babbel, language for life. Now try Babbel for free. Just go to Babbel.com. That's Babbel.com.
Here's a Mornings with Mike Winters fun fact. Movie trailers were originally shown after the movie, which is why they're called trailers. Mike thought they named them after the mobile home. Here's Mike Winters.
And good morning. It is closing in on 9:56. Got a few minutes here before we wrap up today's show. If you missed any part of our show, I invite you to check it out at your leisure. Just log on to ksvptv.com. Click on the Mornings with Mike Winters channel, and you'll find them there at your convenience. For today's show, give Tanner about, an hour, and he'll have the interviews from today's show separated and available for you to watch by themselves. But in the meantime, you can see the whole show there at KSVP TV, and then a little later, he'll break it down by the interviews. But in the 7 o'clock hour, we had John join us from Oasis Computers. John drops by once a month. We talked a lot of tech today about Windows 10, Windows 11, and computers that can take it and can't take it. And he's finding that computers that were told that can't take it can take it now and all that kind of stuff. So we had good conversation there. In the 8 o'clock hour, we had the folks from American Legion Post 61 join us. Don Weld and Lee joined us, Commander Lee, and we chit-chatted about some scholarship opportunities available right now for students. If you go to roswelllegion.org, you can learn more about that. Also talk a little bit about the Vets Transportation, their need for volunteers, and some stuff like that. And then we just had this past hour, we had Joe Murphy join us with our local Roswell Elks Lodge 969, talking about their mortgage burning dedication and tribute to Ray Tiger Green ceremony. That's going to take place at 4 o'clock this Saturday at the Elks Lodge there on Montana. The public is invited to be a part of this ceremony as they basically burn their mortgage, saying it's paid off, and now we're going to serve the community with basically they're in the black, kind of saying they're able to help others now, and so they're doing a big ceremony there. They're going to have some of the national exalted rulers of the Elks and things, state level, national, local, all being a part of this. So if you want to learn more about the Elks and all their great stuff, and then be a part of the ceremony. Again, that'll be at 4 o'clock this Saturday at the Elks Lodge there, 4 o'clock Saturday. So that's what we talked about on today's show. Again, if you missed any part of it, ksvptv.com. Click on the Mornings with Mike Winters channel, and then you'll find it there. I started to talk the end of last hour about the Ted Vigil concert, but coming up February 19th, the Kiwanis Club of Roswell and the Roswell Community Little Theater are having a fundraising event. The Community Little Theater is raising funds for the roof. The Kiwanis Club raising money for the all-inclusive park here in town. But coming February 19th, 2 shows, 2 p.m. and 7 p.m., Ted Vigil, which he is a John Denver tribute artist. He looks like him, and better yet, sounds like him, and it's an amazing show. There's a matinee at 2 o'clock and then a 7 p.m. performance on February 19th. Tickets are available right now at roswelltheater.com, spell theater Theatre, or you can call Lori direct 575-513-8119. Tickets are $30 for reserve seating, or, and this is what I recommend you do, get the VIP tickets for $40. You get preferred seating, plus they're going to have meet and greets with Ted, who looks just like John. Also, you get to go to the VIP where they're going to have drinks and snacks and food and things for you during intermission or during the show. So you get a little bit more perk for $10 more, which you're helping 2 great organizations, and you get to be treated like royalty there for your couple hours. So again, get your tickets. Go ahead and splurge for the $40 VIP tickets. Call Lori 575-513-8119 or log on to roswelltheater.com, Theatre. All right, that's going to do it for us. Thank you very much for allowing us to be a part of your day. Very thankful for each and every one of you. I hope you all have a great, awesome, super day. We'll be back with you bright and early tomorrow morning